ADHD or ADD or bipolar or whatever made up bullshit that the medical association has decided to label Grant Cardone with. And I would be like, you ain't got a problem, you got a gift, and I'm gonna show you how to use the gift. I would lean into it so hard to not get rid of it. And the parents are gonna be like, oh my God, my kid doesn't have a problem. Absolutely, they don't have a problem, okay? And by the way, they'll pay more for this solution than they would for the medication. Or even the hour of therapy, because the hour of therapy is not scalable. The medication's scalable. No. But Big Pharma's already got that on tap. Okay, great to have you here. I hope to answer all your questions today. Okay, the chat says Samsung SM. You guys got to stop this. Okay, you guys need to come into an environment like this with your name. Cheryl Nimick is a name. Samsung SM is not a name. You guys are marketing for Samsung. I need a game plan, Samsung says, to recreate sources of income. Yes, I can do that. Thus, recreating my life, I can show you how to do that. And get new direction, I can show you how to do that and will today. And no more working for the man. Okay, I cannot do that. You guys are always going to be working for the man. I am working for men and women today that I don't even know. There is no such thing of not working for the man. Okay, no matter where you're at, you could be president of the United States, you're still servicing other people. Okay, can we change that screen? Kevin says, fast start my business practices. Excellent. I was on a call this morning, and a gentleman was giving a bunch of people that are starting a business advice. You need to borrow money to start a business. No, you do not need to borrow money to start a business. You do not need to go get a loan to start a business, and you do not need investors to start a business. My first business was started with no money. My second business with no money. My third business with $3,000. Okay, those businesses today, those three businesses today will do almost $750 million this year, and they all started with no money. Mike says, I want to unlock my potential of my power washing business. Great business that you're in, by the way. Phenomenal. Nobody wants to do power washing. You're never going to power wash your own house. You'll do it once. You're going to buy it from Walmart. You're going to do it once, and you're going to regret doing it the whole thing. By the way, Ryan Secco could expand your business. Ryan works with me at our Cardone Capital Company. We own a bunch of apartments. And Ryan, that's the first thing Ryan does. When he sees an apartment building, it's like a young teenage boy seeing a girl, okay? He's like, I have to power wash this. Annette says, nurse here. Oh, wow, great business, great vertical that you're in. You nurses out there, anybody, nurses, health practitioners, doctors, dentists, chiropractors, you guys should be making a fortune right now. And do not use the government health programs to get paid. I'm looking to slow down and grow a real estate business for passive income. Good. But I'm going to show you, Annette, maybe how to use your nursing business to actually get paid some super ridiculous money. I saw this this morning, by the way, guys, in Florida, okay? In Florida, there's a shortage of maids. I've been saying this now. I said this maybe 4 years ago, okay? People will pay for houses to be cleaned, their own home. The average salary of a maid in Miami and what is
West Palm
Beach, $200,000 going to $250,000 a year. Okay, maids are saying, no, I don't want to do that. Homeschooling, tutoring, these are tremendous businesses, okay? And AI is not getting rid of any of this. I know you guys, everybody's worried about AI. Anyway, we'll be talking about all that today. Let's just get into it. You ready? You ready? You want to wait a second?
I'm ready to go.
More questions?
Yeah, no, I'm ready to go.
Today is going to be fantastic, folks. I'm going to show you how to scale any income that you want, okay? This is called the 7-step revenue formula. How do I take and expand my revenue? And you don't need credit cards to do this. You do not need money to do this, but you do need a commitment. I'm going to show you the exact strategies and how they will work in any industry at all, okay? Oh, yeah, I win this one. Okay. I'm going to show you a bunch of people, by the way, who have done this, not just me. I've done it, but I'm going to show you a bunch of other people that have done this as well. And before I ever shared this with other people, I had to prove that it would work for me, right? Like, I've always been a teacher and educator. I grew up, I'm a single mom. I had a twin brother. So me and my twin brother, like most people don't have twins, but I had a twin. So me and my twin are always sharing. Like when you have somebody you grew up with, you're like, hey, look what I found. Look what I figured out. Look what I read. You always have since I was born, had somebody to share with constantly. Even in the womb, you gotta understand, we're sharing minerals.
Who came out first, though?
I did.
Yeah.
If they got it right, we don't know. I mean, maybe the doctor screwed it up, but maybe I'm second. But I've always had a desire to trade information or hacks or tips with other people when I would learn something. I think most people are like that, by the way. Hey, look what I learned, or look what I did this and I found this. You can see people doing this on Instagram. Oh my God, I saw this thing on Instagram, check it out. It is a natural inclination of people, I believe, to share with other people. But I didn't want to share what I knew until I knew what I knew worked for other people. Mm-hmm. And I've been sharing now, I don't know, since I was 30 years old, I've been working, well, really since I was 25 years old. What is that, 41 years. I have been helping other people. My first business, I started with no money. Okay, I was consulting other companies, and I took that business with no money. I was at a job making 100 grand a year, and just to be complete transparency with everybody, I went from 100 grand a year, quit the job. I didn't have a plan or a strategy like I'm gonna give you today. I was making $100,000 a year at a sales job, a little more than that, and I went and started my own business and made $3,000 a month. So $36,000 a year. And I did that for almost 3 years until I finally figured out how to start growing the business. I should not have taken that long to do that, but I didn't have the strategy. I had the vehicle, but I didn't have the strategy, okay? I then took that business from 0 to $3 million in 3 months. The moment I got the strategy, or at least pieces of it, I'm gonna show you 7 steps today. If you only did 4 of them correctly, okay, and later would learn the rest of them, like really became a master. Okay, I'm not gonna make you a master today. I'm gonna introduce you to concepts and put them in the right sequence. Mm-hmm. And some of them are gonna be easier for you to adapt than others. For me, I just went for the stuff I understood, and I went from 0 to literally from $36,000 a year to $3 million. Now, when you've been making $36,000 a year for 3 years and you're 30 years old, and all of a sudden you punch out to 3 million, dude, the problem with that is you think you're the shit. And I did. My whole family's like, oh my God, I can't believe how much money you make. I'm going to buy cars now. I got me a little Porsche. I bought my first house. Now I'm starting to get better shoes and belts and pants. And I'm starting to, I was single at the time, so I'm starting to have a little swag in the streets. And so there was a lag time where I no longer was learning. Okay, and then what happened was that period of time when you flatten out, anytime your graph flattens out, right? So I had this spike and then it flattened out. I got burnt out right here. Okay, you guys that are taking notes today, you should get a legal pad. I always have one in front of me. Jared's got one in front of him. I guarantee you, I'm going to give you 50 pages of things. When this flattens out, this is the cause of burnout. Anytime an individual flattens out, it doesn't matter whether they're making $1 billion a year and flattened out, they're not making change, they're not affecting the world anymore, they're not helping more people. The moment you flatten out, no matter how high the number is, you will burn out. You'll lose a sense of purpose. So I started looking for other streams of income because I'm making $3 million in this little business over here, but I had to earn it all, okay? And my uncle told me right here, I said, man, I'm burnt out. He says, because you work for money and money never works for you. And so right about here, I started learning again. And I started putting some of this is called learning. That's what that says right there, even though it doesn't, okay? How much was it, by the way?
5.
Okay. I started learning new stuff. Boom. I made a $3,000 investment in real estate. And that business, I'm going to fast forward now, it's $5 billion today. I took a $70,000 business in education, because I'm going to tell you, this works in every industry. For those of you that are in different industries, you're a legal assistant, put in the chat what business that you're in right now. What industry or sector are you in? If you're not working right now, what sector did you come from?
Rita has a deli. Kim is marketing, salon.
Yachts, beauty, landscaping, industry, real estate, HVAC. Okay, so let me just tell you some of the businesses I've done this in. Because for those of you, financial advisor, beauty industry, landscaping, music, personal trainer, this is the industries that I've been in. I took a consulting business from 0 to 3 million. I took a real estate business from 3,000 to 5 billion. I took an education business that I had for $70,000 a year, was making $6,000 a month, to $2.5 million online, no more travel. Okay, I was making 70 grand a year traveling. I figured out how to take it online and do $2.5 million doing just webinars. Okay, I took a marketing company with no money, without using my name. And I took a marketing company in a town I'd never been in and built a $5.5 million business in 88 days.
Oh, by the way, that was on national TV.
Yeah, that's documented on national TV without any input from the production company. I took $10,000 in book sales. I'd write a book. I wrote a book called Sell or Be Sold. I don't know if I have that book around me anywhere.
Yeah.
But I wrote that book in 3 hours. We sold $10,000 worth of this book. This is during 2008. It didn't look like this. It was called Sell to Survive. It had hundreds of misspelled words. I went and sold $10,000 worth of these books door to door. My next, and then advanced to that, how I scaled that, I got $1 million advance on a book, and it wasn't even a book.
Audio, yeah.
It was an audio program that I sat down and read to Amazon, okay? I took a $1 million investment in the health industry, changed the name of the company to 10X Health Systems. It did $14 million in the first 18 months. And the $1 million that we paid for the company was paid out of revenue in the future, so we actually didn't pay any money on it with it. I started a business with no money, and in 60 months, Brandon Dawson and Natalie, in 60 months, that company will do what it'll do this year. No money, no credit, by the way.
They'll do 130 in that business.
Now, this is after a guy told me this morning on the phone in a call with a bunch of people. He says, you need to go get credit or borrow money or take equity out of your house to start a business. Every one of those businesses was started with no money. You do not need to go get credit. You do not need a credit card to do this. That could be later, okay? Now, we've worked in Cairo, insurance, roofers, solar, sales, banking, software, engineers, real estate, coaching, consulting, healthcare, restaurants, service business, e-commerce. We've worked with, I don't know, am I missing anything? Agriculture, farms, ranches,
yeah.
Home services, alarms,
Pools.
Multi-level marketing, swimming pool services,
Government, we've done government.
Government stuff, charitable stuff, philanthropic, raised $120 million for charities. I'm telling you, the 7 things that I've shared with you today works in all of those. And in fact, what I want to do is I want to bring some people up, because this is just not about me. Once I proved I could do it in different industries, I wanted to be sure that I could do it with other people, okay? All right? For instance, Brandon and Natalie took the formula 60 months ago. They did $2.5 million in the first 12 months they were in business.
From zero.
Now, what does that mean to you? Well, the guy had been in another business, and it took him 14 years. What was his income when he went and sold that company?
He was doing
15. Okay, took him 14 years to get to 15 million a year. In 12 months, we got him to $2.5 million. The next year,
14 million.
In the next year, in the second full year, he did $14 million using these strategies.
And then the third year was 38 million.
Yeah, my friend, now he's just blown up, okay? Because you get the acceleration. Well, I know this sounds crazy, right? But this actually happened.
Well, I mean, in the fact that he could say, it took me 3 years to build a business bigger than a business that took me 14 years to build.
Yeah, so I mean, he was 30 years old. He's 44 by the time he builds his first big score. In 3 years, from 40 to 43, he had a bigger score than it took him 14 years. Time is money, folks, okay? And if we can shorten the process, one of the things I want to do is accelerate. I want to basically reduce the time it takes. For instance, Joey and Alyssa, friends of ours now, by the way, just a note for you to make here, okay? It is more likely a customer will become a friend than a friend will support your business and become a customer. It is easier to get a customer to become a friend than it is to get a friend to become a customer. Think about it.
That's fact.
Okay. Joey and Alyssa, in the HVAC business, they went from $1 million to $10 million. How long did that take them? You remember?
3 years.
3 years. Okay. They had a 10X. Phil and Karen, they'd been stuck at $2 million for years. They doubled in 24 months to 4 million. So different people have different results, and so will you guys, okay? It depends on your commitment, depends on your vehicle, it depends on your follow-up, it depends on the tenacity. We're gonna help you with all that. Brent and Sarah, for instance, hit a double. They started with 10 million in the construction business. That's a tough business, heavy. That wasn't on the list, by the way. Heavy business. It went from $10 to $22 million, but it's very, very difficult to move that business. Sal and Stephanie were in the ATM business.
Yep, a bunch of ATMs.
ATMs, the machines where you go to. I didn't even know that was a business. They say, Grant, you think this will work with the ATM business? I said, people go to ATMs, right? They said, yeah, people go to ATMs. As long as there's people involved, I can make more money in it. Okay, it went from 1.3 million to 5.6 million dollars in 24 months. Sharon in the law business.
Shannon, yeah.
Shannon went from 1.9 to 6.3 million dollars, and this is in legal. Great business, by the way.
You know, the funny thing is I think that people hear these things. Most people don't know people that are having these kind of wins. Like part of the problem with growing is like you have to actually see it happen, so you can believe it's real for you.
Yeah.
And when we see these every day because this is our business. But for most of you guys, how many people do you know that took a business from 2 million to 20 or from 3 million to 12 million? Like Grant, we literally could sit here for 3 hours and go through our clients that have done this. How many people have you seen do that you know, that you're learning from, that are helping to guide you and mentor you and coach you and all those things? So what we're doing here is really important. I want you guys to understand why we're doing it, so you see it's real. Like this is happening all the time. Just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it's not possible. It's happening everywhere around you.
And when I share with you what we're doing, it is not to brag. Okay, I'm very proud of what I've done. I was raised by a single mom. My dad died when I was 10 years old. We struggled with money constantly. A lower middle class family. We were terrified to spend money. I knew nothing about how to invest it, how to use it, how to risk it, how to grow it, how to scale it. I didn't even know these terms. The term billionaire was, maybe people will use it. I never heard the term until I was 50 years old. Entrepreneurship, never even heard the term until I was in my 50s. Didn't even know about that. So all my thing has been about just work hard, save your money, invest it in the stock market or a mutual fund or something, cross your fingers and hope that you do well. It's not going to work out well for you, folks. I'm just telling you. Okay? It is not going to work out well for you if you just trust the process of education, get a good job, do hard work, be trustworthy. Trust me, that will not make you rich. Okay, just because you're trustworthy and just because you work hard and just because you have a retirement account does not ensure that you're going to be rich. In fact, okay, 70% of all Americans today are living paycheck to paycheck. That is about the same failure rate of being an entrepreneur, by the way. Mm-hmm. So when people say 70% of all entrepreneurs fail, hey, 70% of America is failing.
Yeah.
Okay? So let's just get over that.
91% of small businesses never make more than $1 million a year.
Yeah, 91% of all businesses in America make less than $1 million a year. I'm going to show you exactly why this is today and how to fix it for you. If you want to be a millionaire, great. If you want to be worth 10 million, great. If you just want to make a couple $100,000 a year, awesome. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you only make $200,000 a year, you should be a maid in Miami and come work for me, okay? I think we got 3 people cleaning a house today. So there's people that will pay this much money not to clean their own house. You guys should track. This should be the target. Money should be your target. I'm going to go through that here in a second. But I'm going to show you why are these people failing? Not because they want to. 67% of small businesses in America have no employees. You got to get the data and see what's happening, okay? 54% of Americans have an IRA and a 401k. That's not going to actually take care of them when they retire. The IRA and the 401k are going to get taxed heavily in the future, and it's going to leave you at 65 years old where you got to get money out of the IRA. So for the next 25 years, you're going to drag money out of the IRA. Your parents are facing this right now, and they're looking at it and saying, when I'm retired at 80 or 63 and I drag money out of my account until I'm 88, by the way, he's going to live till he's 94, I'm going to be out of money. Because basically you're taking 4% out of that retirement account every year for 25 years. You exhausted the account and have nothing to pass on to the next generation. So part of what we want to do today with the 7-step revenue, this is my promise to you, okay? I am going to show you the exact formula that will work for every person As long as you don't quit on it, it will work for every person, no matter the industry you're in, to scale your income 10 times and then 10 times and 10 more times if you want to. I have had the privilege and honor for 40 years of being successful in business, but super successful over the last 12 years when we started employing this formula. I discovered the formula because I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. All successful, and you can start taking notes here, all successful activities require formulas. Golf, tennis, baseball, ballerinas, shooting, okay? By the way, America came in last in shooting in the Olympics.
You see that dude?
And we have more guns than any other planet. All the other guns on the entire planet, we have more in America, and we came in last. So it's not because you have the tools, okay? You need a formula. In everything in life, you have to have a formula. Otherwise, it's left to luck. And luck is not going to last you very long, okay? The formula for successful business is very complicated. It's delivered to you as, can we punch in and make this bigger? I should have made that bigger. There it is, okay. Like, it can be extremely complicated. I'm going to simplify that today so that it's very simple for you, okay? There's a vision, planning, a value proposition, defining your market, marketing and advertising, pricing discovery. Oops.
Customer acquisition, financial management.
Yeah. Financial management. There's customer acquisition, okay? There's customer, these are so small right now, I can't see them.
Attention.
They're in my book. Let me just give you these, okay? I mean, when you go to college, this is what you learn. I spent 7 years, not 7 years, 5 years in college, and it was just so complicated, dude. I'm like, I don't even know where to start. By the way, you guys that downloaded the book, how can they get the download?
We send it to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what they told me I needed to learn to be in business. Vision, planning, value proposition, defining the marketplace, market and advertising, pricing discovery, financial management, this is just some of them, customer acquisition, customer retention, operational efficiency, adaptability, hiring and recruiting, leadership and team, technology management, execution, compliance, and scaling. In fact, my partner, Brandon Dawson at Cardone Ventures, teaches this material right here. What does he charge for this?
$50K.
Yeah, this is a $50,000 program that he teaches where he puts into your business each of these 17 pieces so you can scale your business and not be in it. What I'm going to do today is not complicated, okay? I am going to simplify the first part of this process because complication, for those of you taking notes, complexities are why people quit. You're not a quitter by nature. Okay, the human spirit does not want to quit. In fact, it never does. But it temporarily, the Homo sapien gives up. I had an idea or a dream and I quit on it this morning, but I can't quit because the organism wants to continue on. This is what I did for 25 years. From the age of 30 till I was 55 years old, okay? I basically flatlined in my business and I couldn't break through. I could not get through 3 million. I'd get to 3 million, fall to 2 million, okay? I'd work harder, add more stuff to my schedule. I'm stressed out of my mind. I'm a nomad, okay? I'm actually mad all the time, but I'm a nomad, no life, no kids, no girlfriends. I don't even have a life, dude. I have no freedom. I'm chasing money every second of every day. I'm stressed out of my mind, terrified constantly, on a plane every single day of the year, hustling. Because I believe hard work is the way. That's what my dad told me. Hard work and save your money. Hard work and save your money. Hard work and save. And I could never get off this thing. And then 2008 came, okay, the wake-up call, the disability call. And this is when everything changed for me, okay? Now, today, fast forward, today, in just 12 years, I went from being a one-man show and 3 employees, officing out of my home, embarrassed to say, to running a $700 million a year enterprise, plus.
1,000 employees, yeah.
1,000 employees. The revenue from all the companies is probably in excess of $2 billion today in gross revenue of all the little things that we're part of. Have a $5 billion real estate portfolio. I've raised $1.4 billion over the internet, sold $1 billion worth of products online. And I'm telling you that, and I work less today than I've ever worked in my life. Okay? I'm blessed. Okay? I am going to show you exactly and precisely why this happened. Not because of Grant Cardone or I'm some special individual. I think we're all special. I'm an ordinary guy, grew up in Lake Charles, Louisiana, in a refinery town. I've held some of the shittiest jobs a person can have. Worked at McDonald's. Got fired. Sold shoes for a living. Got fired. I worked in a refinery doing blowouts. I was using
pressure cleaner.
Pressure cleaner through pipes, though. Okay, like at a 3,200 psi. It cut your foot off. And dirty work, okay? I worked on a boat, oil rig boat that we'd bring supplies out to boats. I was in car sales. I worked as a roofer during the summer with my uncle. I don't know, what else have I done? I was an accounting assistant is my first job out of college. Like, none of these jobs were fun. I was at a car sales job that I absolutely hated. And so one day I'm like, I want to learn how to be a business person. And it wasn't really about being a business person. It was about how do I scale my income, okay? First, I want to start here, okay? I want to start with the mistakes I made. Because it's cool to brag about all the stuff you've done, but see if you guys can relate to any of these mistakes. These are the mistakes I made. Remember, from 30 to 52, for 22 years, I worked hard and was not getting the results. Number one mistake I made, if you're taking notes, is I had the wrong goals. The entire time, I had a goal like, I'm gonna be a great speaker. And guess what? I achieved that. I became a great speaker, but it didn't come with any money. It just came with a bunch of travel and a bunch of taxes. Okay, I was never home. They paid me some money. They said I was great. Oh, you're so great. And then the IRS was actually penalizing me for being great. And the more I worked, the more money they took from me. I had the wrong goals. Number two, this would be the biggest mistake for everybody in this room, by the way. Everybody watching today, the biggest single mistake you're going to make in your career is, number one, you're going to underestimate actually what you can achieve in your lifetime. Number two, I overcomplicated the process. And I got around people that had an agenda to overcomplicate the process. Still today, I am surrounded by people that overcomplicate processes and have them in the wrong sequence. So you also want to make this note right here. This is a sequence issue, meaning you do things in the wrong order. You do them all, you just do them in the wrong order, so it makes the puzzle more difficult, okay? Number three, no strategy. I didn't actually have a strategy. By the way, a business plan is not a strategy. A business plan is something you wrote on a sheet of paper that has zero to do with a strategy. I'm going to build and grow a business. I'm going to hire people now. And then we're going to, okay? And dude, that's not a strategy, okay? A strategy is what a surgeon does. A surgeon's like, okay, first we put him under. Second thing we do is mark him. Third thing, like they have a precise strategy, okay? That's the same thing in business. Number four, big problem, okay? I'm going to write no role models here. But actually, that's not true. Okay? The real problem is not no role models. I used to think that I didn't have any role models because my dad died. So I felt, woe is me. Oh, little Granny lost his daddy. The problem is not that I lost my daddy. The problem is I had the wrong role models. Okay? Somebody will be your daddy. Somebody is happy to give you advice. You guys are like, I need somebody to help me. You got too many people helping you right now. And this is 30, 40 years ago. Today all I got to do is open my Instagram and there's somebody that wants to help me with something. Yeah. With some bullshit. The problem with most people, number four, biggest mistake today is not that you have no role model, but you have too many. Okay? You take advice from too many different people. Because if you listen to me and then you listen to Dave Ramsey and then you go listen to Tony Robbins and you listen to Gary Vaynerchuk and then you go listen to somebody in the Bitcoin space or you go listen to Jamie Dimon, you're not going to know what to do, right? What you want to do is watch what people do, not what people say, okay? 1 year ago, Warren Buffett was telling people you should buy Apple stock, and it was the greatest stock and the greatest company in the world. 3 weeks ago, he sold almost his entire position. 85% of his position was sold. Bank of America, he dumped it. Watch what people do, not what people say, okay? Number five, limited plan. I had a limited plan. It was limited to my ability to think about what I knew to be true. Like, I'm gonna work on my business. I'm gonna grow my business. I had no plan on investing. Why are you in business? Why do you make money? You make money so you get the money to work. Why do you hire somebody? You hire somebody to do the job, okay? Same thing with money. Once I get money, what do I do with it? I don't know what to do with it. That's a problem, okay? You got to learn how to get money to work for you and scale. Number 6, I did everything myself. I was a one-man show. This will never work for anyone. Not even Jesus attempted to do this. He even rolled with a posse, okay? 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 Add to that, I stayed where I grew up. Add to number 6, I stayed where I grew up, which is a mistake. You need to leave where you are to get where you want to go. Number 7, I stayed small. I stayed small too long because I had a guy telling me more's not better, bigger's not better, bigger is better always. Bigger is better as you keep biggering, okay? Staying small is wrong, period. End of story. There is no small story that works. If there is, there's a handful of them and that's it, okay? So you want to scale. How do I scale something? So that it's not, I can't find good people, okay? You can't find good people staying small either. Number 8, surrounded by small thinkers. Small thinkers. I'm surrounded by other people that think small. For instance, when I started in the real estate business, I called my uncle and said, hey, tell me about your real estate business. He had, at that time, I think he had 20 Section 8 properties. This is the problem. It's a lot of management. It's a lot of trouble. It's a lot of problems. It's a lot of this. It's a lot of that. I have to collect the checks. They got termite problems. I was getting information from the wrong person. The first deal I ever bought was 32 units, 48 units, 48 units. I never had a management problem. I didn't have a termite problem, a management problem, a tenant problem. I didn't have toilet problems. I didn't have any of those problems. You know why? Because I got a partner to do it with me. I gave him a percentage of the business and said, you manage the problems. I don't have to. My uncle never thought about that. He spent 50 years buying real estate. He had 20 or 30 units. I did that in one afternoon that made me $5 million. So you got to make a list today. You should make a list. How many people do, in fact, let's just do it right now. I want you guys to make a list right now. I want you to make a list of the 5 closest people to you right now. Okay? People that you spend the most time with. Today you're going to spend time with me, but you can't put me on the list. I mean, you could. Yeah, put me on the list. I'm with you. Put Grant on your list. Okay? Uncle G is on your list now, okay? And I want you to rate these people on a scale from 1 to 10 with the size they think and act. How they think and act. It can't be your mom. You can do anything, son. Don't hurt yourself. See, that conflict's right there. You can do anything, but I'm worried about you stumbling. So it's a conflict. It's not actually advice. It's conflicting advice. So I want you to rate these people. If they're a 10 thinker, I want you to write down the 5 people closest to you over the next 72 hours or next 5 days, and then mom, dad, uncle, aunt, wife, husband, kids. See, my 2 kids think I can do anything, but that's not really like, okay, I can put them on the list, but really? Do I even value what a 10-year-old thinks about my capabilities? I kind of do, but I also know they don't know anything yet. They haven't done anything. They haven't accomplished anything, you know, to be all in fairness. Okay? Well, how many 10s do you have? If you only have 1 10 on your list and I'm it, I'm only going to be with you for 90 minutes today. Now, if I was with you next week and the following week and the following week and the following week, and you had 4 other 10s with you, guess what would happen? Okay? Especially if you got all these 2s, 3s, and 4s, if you got them out of your life, if you didn't have to spend time with them and all you hung around was big thinkers and big doers, tell me your life would be different. That number 8, connected to number 1, wrong goals, small goals, okay? Number 1 and number 8, very much connected. Number 8 is what kept me from actually doing more than I could do. Number 9, wrong information. I had information that was just wrong. Okay, I had so much wrong information, it's unbelievable. I wasted 5 years in college. Absolutely wrong for me. And by the way, everybody that went to college with me, wrong for them as well. I don't know of one person Like, I would never go to college today. No offense if you're going to college right now, but I would never, ever go to college for any degree. Nothing. There's not. Like the old thing used to be, well, if you're going to be a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer, you don't need to go to college to be an engineer today.
Well, and they used to say that because those were the jobs that you could make the most money doing, but now there's so many jobs that you can.
Because I would never want to be a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer because there's no money in those jobs. The average master's, look up what it costs. How many years does it cost to get a master's degree?
At least 6 if you're jamming.
Okay. There's $1.3 trillion of debt selling this story about you need a master's degree.
50 to 85,000.
$86,000 is the median income on a master's degree in America in 2024. What would it cost to get that degree?
Well, it's 50 to 85 for a 2-year master's program. On average, it's 35,000.
That's not the first 4. That's not the first 4 years.
Yeah.
That's not the dorm. That's not the books. That's not the. I lost all the income. Okay, that's the last 2 years. It cost me $80,000 to get a degree to earn $86,000 a year. It doesn't make any sense. And by the way, why do you want to be a doctor anyway? Oh, because I want to help people. There's a million other ways to help people other than being a doctor. Okay? And by the way, what about helping yourself? And everybody that wanted to be a doctor in 1950, there was money in the game in 1950. By the year 2020, there was no money in being a doctor unless you're a brain surgeon. Number 10.
Oh, by the way, highest suicide rates or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, but I had the wrong information. I had all the wrong information. Like, become a good salesperson. I'm 25 years old, okay? I'm in a sales job, and they're like, be a good salesperson, earn a lot of money. That was good information until I realized you're not going to get wealthy just earning more money, getting more commissions. I even tell this to my team. I got guys back there making $300,000 and $400,000, $500,000 a year. 40% of it's going to Uncle Sam, okay? And at some point, you got to get your money. You got to get these other flows of income. I just had limited information about what to do, okay? Number 10, no investments in self or business. I did not make investments in myself. I saved money. I had this inherent piece of data that raised by a mom, a single mom that did not know how to get new income. If you don't know how to get new income, what do? You save the little bit you have. That's why, how many of us had the piggy jar?
Yeah.
What for? Why do you have a piggy jar? You drop quarters in there or cash dollars in there for somebody else to steal, right? Why do you do that? Okay, I didn't reinvest. That money should be reinvested. My kids were 6 years old and they were already had an income, already investing their entire income at 6 and 7 and 8 years old. Okay, they don't have piggy jars. They have investments. Mm-hmm. Number 11, I avoided investing in businesses, other businesses, including my own or myself. And number 12, I hoarded cash and had this saver mentality. Okay, now this is how I discovered. You're not going to know any of this. You're not going to know you're disabled. You know, you're never grateful about your vision until you lose an eye. You're not actually grateful about your knee until your knee goes out. You're not grateful about almost anything until you lose it. And you're not really aware until you get pain inflicted on you. In 2008, I discovered this formula, okay? And maybe it's going to take hitting bottom for you. They say, you know, there's something about hitting some bottom.
Rock bottom, the magic of rock bottom.
The magic of rock bottom. I got to hit bottom, you know. I hope you don't have to hit the bottom, by the way. Just want to tell you, man, there's a lot of bottoms. So everybody said, I hit bottom. Oh, no, bro, there's another bottom. Trust me. You don't change. You can go lower than you are right now. And this is a brutal, violent planet that we live on. All right? So in 2008, when the economy crashed, I had this little business that was doing $2 to $3 million a year. Now, and I'm pissed off about this business because I'm working my ass off to get it. I'm making a couple $1 million a year. The government's taken $800,000. That was the federal government, and the state that I lived in was taking another $200,000. So out of $2 million, I'm literally only making $1 million. Compared to everybody I grew up with, this was enormous. This is more money than any other person that I went to college with. I am making more money. I'm making $1 million a year after making $2 million a year, okay? And then I start studying other people because I started studying because 2008 came and this $2 million of income went to like $400,000. The problem is I had a $1 million lifestyle and I only had $400,000 income, and I'm terrified. Forget the money for a second. The stress was enormous. 2008 comes, and I'm like, uh-oh, wake-up call, okay? So I want you to write this down. What is your wake-up call? How bad does it need to get for you to say, hey, there's something I don't know? I just went over a list. Okay, this list, wrong goals, overcomplicated, no strategy, no role models, limited plan, did everything myself, stayed small. You guys listened to this list and you didn't take notes. This is probably the most important thing I'm gonna tell you today. But you don't know that yet because you haven't hit that freaking place where you're like, oh, drugs aren't good for me. Alcohol's not good for me. Small friends aren't good for me. I gotta change, okay?
And you're willing to do whatever it takes to solve the problems.
Because you're still trying to be right.
Yeah.
You're still trying to be right. You're reinforcing the mistakes. There's an old adage, practice makes perfect. No. Practice makes a habit, okay? And practice does not make perfect. Practice actually makes slaves. You're practicing things that you were told were true. This is the beauty of the internet today. If you've seen any of these cooking videos where the guy says, oh my God, I didn't know that, right? You ever seen those hacks that people have on the internet? You're like, oh my God, I've been doing it the way my mama told me, and there was this whole cool other better way. So you need a wake-up call, okay? In 2008, I had mine. My income got slashed. I was in one industry. I'd been thinking small, okay? The industry I was in, half of it was cut. Literally, like half of it went out of business.
Well, you were comfortable too.
And I was comfortable.
You were complacent because
and I
you were making more money compared to the people you were looking at.
And I got all these people around me telling me I'm doing great. I wasn't doing great. I was doing great compared to them, but I wasn't doing great to people way above me. And that's what I should have been looking at because I was happy and satisfied. So you need a wake-up call. The wake-up call needs to be, hey, and you guys got to make this today. This is the only thing I cannot do for you today. Everything else I will do for you. You have to decide. You have to become highly interested. Okay? Highly interested. I don't know how you do that. And you have to become so interested in, okay, I'm going to grow to a level that I don't understand. This needs to be a place where maybe some place where you're like, I don't know how to get there, but I got to be so interested in this, I will never quit on this target, whatever this target is. Because if you don't have that, okay, if you don't have that, you're going to give up on all these things that I tell you to do today. What I'm going to tell you to do is simple. But if you don't have this high interest in achieving it, this is why people quit and they give up, okay? Because you're going to search this and that and that and this, and you're going to get confused and do nothing, okay? Number two, this requires introspection. In 2008, okay, now I know $2 million seems like a lot of money, but that's not like it is today, where it's $2 million a week. And I get to go spend 2 or 3 weeks in the south of France with my family and not worry about my business. Completely different kind of concept, okay? This is what I'm wishing for you guys today. That you get to a part of life where you're not worried about money anymore, you're worried about how much money you're giving away. How much money you're going to pass on to the next generation. You're not worried about how much Whole Foods is charging you, okay? Introspection is required. And that introspection is not just what am I going to do right? You need to make a list of what you're doing wrong. What is it you believe to be true that you're doing, that you were taught, that you were indoctrinated to do? Save your money, go to school, take your time, be patient, baby steps, loyalty matters. Okay? Diversify your investments, plan for retirement. These are mythologies. These might be a list of things. I got to finish college. I have to. But Elon Musk says, you don't need college to work for me. Facebook, you don't have to have a college degree. Google, you do not have to have a college degree anymore. Okay? Was the president actually attempted assassination? No, he wasn't. I don't know. Dude, what do you believe to be true that isn't? Introspection. You got to start challenging everything. Number 3. I had to make a list of what I did not know. What is it I don't know, okay? So I got to get introspection, okay? What do I not know? What is it I don't know about? Scaling, marketing, sales? Oh man, I'm so good at this. Yeah, I didn't ask you what you're good at. What do you not know about investing? What do you know that's true that's not true about investing, okay? Number 4, you got to make a list of what do I know that is limiting me? What are your limitations? What are you being told by others that keeps you from growing? Why is America not doing well? 70% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Why? Without blaming the government, without blaming Joe Biden, without blaming Donald Trump, without blaming white, black, male, or female, why are most people not doing well? You can't have this many people not doing well if something they know is actually holding them down. And then why is Jeff doing so good and Elon's doing so good and all these other guys are just like, oh my God, a tremendous amount. They're doing something that is not limiting them. They're not doing something that limits you. Okay. Number 5, what are the most successful people doing? Okay. Who are the most successful people you know and what are they doing? And how does that line up with what you're doing? It's going to take a minute for you to figure this out. This is when I figured out the formula. I quit studying my uncle and started looking at Warren Buffett. I quit looking at my buddy Pete that was struggling holding a job, and he's selling real estate with his wife, and I started studying Sam Zell that had $5 billion worth of real estate. I was studying the wrong people. Number 6, I started studying the most successful in my space. Number 7, I engaged professionals to guide me. I actually started hiring people to help me discover my pathway to success. And I'm not talking about, by the way, just the tax man and the accountant. I started hiring coaches and mentors to guide me on my discovery so I wasn't just doing it for myself. By the way, congratulations for everybody that's here today. We had 93,000 people registered for this. You guys are clearly interested in discovering success. You need to hire somebody now to guide you, not mentor you. Guide you along the way. Hold your hand and hold you accountable as you grow from 0 to $100 grand, from $100 grand to $1 million to 10 million, 10 million to 100, and you might have different people guide you along the way, right? If I was going to go on a safari, I would have somebody guide me on a safari that had been in the local safari place, right? If I want somebody to guide me to an internet IPO, I'm going to have to go to Wall Street and or Silicon Valley and have those people help me. Number 8, hire professional support and accountability team. That's the mentoring piece, okay? Now, successful people. Successful, everyday people are using these formulas right now. For instance, Joey and Alyssa went from $1.4 million to $9 million.
HVAC business, yeah.
HVAC business, okay? Their revenue went up 543%. Keep it big, Johnny. Phil and Karen Parsons, they went from 2.7 million to, what's their business, Jared?
They're a contracting business.
$4.1 million in the contracting business, okay? We have Sarah and Brent and their partner Jake. They went there from $10 million to 22. They did not go from 10 to 22 because they already were doing it right. They gave up what they were doing to get to where they wanted to go. These are everyday people, by the way, folks, okay, that we've worked with. Sal and Stephanie Petrito went from 1.3 million to 5.6 million. They thought they were doing good until they went to $5 million. Jossie Young, $2.9 million
Josie, yeah.
to Josie, right?
Josie, yeah.
To $5.8 million. These are all real stories, like people just like yourself.
They're working with us, yeah.
Yeah, they work with us on a weekly, monthly basis. We're working in their businesses. Shannon Englert, $1.9 million to 6.3. What's that business?
She's a divorce attorney.
Okay, a divorce attorney. That shit ain't stopping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my wife thought about divorcing me this morning. Okay, so these are real people that are doing real things. I'm going to give you the strategies now. We're going to get to the 7 things. There's 7 pieces of data, and I'm going to break these 7 down for you. If you have questions, throw them in the chat. We're also going to do a Q&A.
At the end, yeah.
At the end. You might be asking right now, why is this guy doing this on a Saturday? Because this is what I needed when I was 30 years old struggling. Had somebody on a Saturday intervened and offered me this free training, it would have changed the direction of my life. And had I been introduced to this information at 30 years old rather than 52 years old, I would have had 22 years of more revenue, less stress, better health, more time to build my family and to build adventures and experiences with my family.
So I just want to say something. So for those of you guys, I'm the guy on the side of the screen here.
Jared Glant.
Yeah, I'm Jared. I've been with Grant for 14 years. I'm the president of the company today. I've gotten to see us go from $2 million a year to where we're at today. And I can tell you for sure, what you're doing every day matters. And at every step that you grow, it requires a change. And I've gotten to see that implement not only in our own business, but in all the clients that we're working with. Like, we've been on here for 45 minutes. If you guys like what you're hearing so far, go to grantcardone.com/go. We're doing something for 2 days that we would love to have you be a part of, where Grant's going to spend 2 full days going with you. You can go to grantcardone.com/go to take advantage of that. And then he's going to go deeper in that 2-day event in this 7-step system he's about to show you right now.
Yeah, because part of today is going to feel like drinking from a fire hose. I mean, I've already given you a bunch of data, but I'm getting ready to give you 7 steps. For those of you who want to stick with us longer, you want the support, the accountability, you like what you're hearing, you're like, dude, I want to grow and I need some help in growing. And you don't trust yourself maybe. Today's great. You're excited today on Saturday, but what about on Monday? What happens next week and the week after that, okay? We put together something very, very easy for you to make a decision on. grantcardone.com/go. It's grantcardone.com/go, where we actually support you with a 2-day interactive training where I slow all this information down and go over in detail what I'm about to fly through to introduce you to, okay? Some of you guys, by the way, are smart enough. You're like, I don't need the 2 days. I have perfect recall, everything. I implement on everything, and I have full attention, and all I need to do is absorb this one time because I have a photographic memory, and I'm a genius. So for those of you that can do that, well done, great for you. I have not been able to do that. I've spent tens of millions of dollars. Tens of millions, without exaggeration. Thousands of days and tens of millions, probably 10,000 days, by the way, 10,000 days in my lifetime. Let me see here. Could be exaggerating. Yeah, thousands of days, not 10,000, but 10,000 hours for sure, 10,000 hours, and millions of dollars. I spent over $1 million over 90 days to do something that would then end up making me probably $400 or $500 million. Best $1 million I ever spent in my life. How many of you would spend $1 million to become a billionaire? Let me just see in the chat. How many of you would spend $1 million? How many of you would spend, I'm going to change the question now, okay? Everybody's like, yes, 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 yes. Okay. How many of you would go into debt with $1 million of debt to make $10 million? Let me see that answer. That'd be a good investment, right? How many of you are being told right now, new question, okay? How many of you are being told right now to get out of debt? Yeah, look at this. I got to be debt-free. No, you do not need to be debt-free. It's the wrong information. You don't need to get out of debt. You can't show me one big, giant monster company that doesn't have debt. Why would you want to be debt-free and you live in a country that's got $35 trillion of debt? We'll pay $1 trillion in interest next year in this country. That's the country you live in if you're coming in here from America. And every country has that problem, okay? Now, how many of you have some college debt right now? Good. Okay, how many of you have college debt? College debt, just put college debt in there. I'm going to give you a piece of advice about college debt. Mandy, are you trying to get rid of it? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to give you some information about college debt. Do not, if I had college debt right now, I would not be paying it off. There is no way I would pay it off. I might pay a little bit to it, okay, every month just to keep them off my back, but I would never pay them off because I believe in the next decade, all of it's going to be erased anyway. They're going to be like, that. Don't pay. Nobody should pay it back.
We messed up. Probably bad advice. Maybe shouldn't have done that. Gave too much money to too many people. We're just going to wipe it off.
Yeah, 100%. I would be more focused on the new income rather than handling some past history. I would not handle that. How many have been told you got to fix your credit score? I got to get a better credit score. Maybe. It's not the first thing I would do. Okay? How many have been told you got to pay your house off? It wouldn't be the first thing I would do. Last thing I would do is pay my house off. Okay? I wouldn't worry about any of these things. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to get to the next place, you got to start thinking the way these super successful people do. Because these people are rolling in money. They got more time, more money, more friends, more access, more network, and they're violating every rule that you're being told by your mom and dad, the poor people. Okay? Like, even the best example in this room, the most successful example in this room, your dad, your mom, your uncle, your professor, your teacher, whoever's telling you, whatever they're telling you, has probably not accomplished what I've accomplished. Doesn't make me better than them, okay? I'm not saying I'm better than them. I'm not even saying I know more than them. But if you're interested in blowing up your finances, you should get advice from people that have blown up their finances and never faced bankruptcy, never busted out, have defended themselves for 40 years being successful. Study somebody that's been successful for long, long periods of time, okay? So let me go over these. Do we have the graph, by the way? Can we go back to the graph? Johnny, can you just bring me back to the graph? Because I want to show you the difference between the first 20 years and you can't just bounce back, Johnny?
There it is.
There, okay? This is the difference between the first 20 years. Man, what I would do to have those 20 years back. Okay? From 25 to 50. It was 51, actually. So whatever that is, 36 years? Yeah, 26 years. 26 years. 26 years that I stuck and I could not make somewhere between 30 grand, I'm 30 grand, 60 grand, 30 grand, 60 grand, 90 grand, 90 grand. How many of you have this roller coaster, dude? It's like this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Boom, I get a little higher, up, down, up, a little higher. Like, but I was never getting ahead, man. I couldn't even keep up with inflation some of these years. Always worried, always grinding. Literally could not stay home because I had to go hustle money. And then, boom, I go from, what does the graph say here? Let me see what this graph says. You guys understand this graph here? This graph goes from me making the same amount of money for 25 years, and in 12 years, I go from making a couple $1 million a year to making 600 plus million a year. Okay, how? What happened? What did this guy do? What happened at that line right there? What did this guy learn? Okay, forget that it's me. This is what I want to know. I look at somebody like Jeff Bezos. This guy's making the same money, same money, same money, same money, same money. Boom, he makes a change. And all of a sudden, he becomes one of the wealthiest people in the world. This is who we should be studying. All of us should be studying. Top of the food chain. They freed themselves from a system. They are no longer affected by inflation or gravity. They get to go wherever they want as long as they want. Everyone here, if you guys are committed to that kind of lifestyle, complete freedom. And this is what I said to you. The first mistake I made in my career, what was it? Who knows? I'll give $100 to the first person without looking at your notes. What's the first biggest mistake I made? Wrong goals. I had the wrong goals. The goal should have been complete freedom. Not happiness. Okay? Complete F. The thing you didn't want in school is the thing you're going for. Okay? Okay? I got an F in class and I'm free to leave. Okay? Little Johnny, you got an F. You're doing great, son. Okay? Because look, if you had enough money, man, you had enough success and you were making a big enough difference, who cares? Freedom, total freedom. Now, how many of you are committed to doing whatever it takes in 2024? This year, we got August, September, October, November, December. 5 months. How many of you would be willing to give 5 months, 150 days, 5 months to figuring out how to get an F in life? Okay, now are you willing to unlearn? Are you willing to unlearn everything you know that's keeping you thinking, I got to have A's? Okay? I need an A. I got to have an A grade. No, I want an F grade. I want complete freedom in my life. I don't want to be good at a job. See, I had the wrong goals. I don't want to save money. I don't need an IRA account. I don't need a retirement account. I want total freedom in my life to go where I want, do what I want, hang out with who I want, and get rid of the customers that I don't want. I want to do what I want, when I want, as long as I want. Now, what does it take to do that? Not, I'm going to be a doctor or a lawyer. See, you guys are chasing the wrong thing. I'm going to be an engineer because that's what I learned. I'm going to be a wife because that's what I think I need to do. Which, by the way, most important job in the world is being a wife and a mother. Nothing wrong with that. But your husband better be able to get you freedom. Okay? Otherwise, you're going to be an old, tired wife and mother. Somebody's got to go for this freedom thing, particularly since we live in a country that should be free, and it's not. All right? So, I'm going to give you the steps in this exact order. This is going to go very, very fast. I don't want to keep you here all day. For those of you who want to get involved and have us support you and help you, we're going to do a 2-day interactive. I'm going to give you a strategy call for anybody that wants to take advantage of this with my team, a free strategy call.
We can only do the first 100 people that take advantage of that, by the way.
We're going to do coaching calls between now and
August 20.
Yeah, this is just in 2 weeks.
August 24th.
So I'm going to do mentoring calls for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks actually. Then on the 24th, we're going to do a 2-day interactive event. And I'm going to give you our 3-hour money and finance course. That course is what you have to start with today. For those of you who already downloaded grantcardone.com/go and you registered, you're going to get that course. That's 3 hours. That program right there is $2,900 on my website right now. I'm giving it to you. I think I'm speaking right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's $2,900. I'm giving it to you, and that's what I want you to start with today.
And then we're giving them access to a group and a community so that they can get connected and start networking between now and the event.
Yeah, because if you want complete freedom, the place to start is with finances. It is not with what I'm good at. It is not with what you're interested in. It is not with what you think your passion is. You should start with money. This is the biggest failure and problem in this country today. People are starting out with their skill set, maybe the job your dad got you. That's what I always did. Hey, son, I get you a job at the refinery. Hey, son, I can get you a job on a supply boat. Hey, son, I can get you a job at the car dealership. Hey, son, I can get you a job over here. Oh, Johnny got a job in video because Johnny's good with a camera. Great, but is there any money? Where's the money at, man? Okay? Because I need money in this country in order to actually make a difference. If you wanted to solve the water problem on planet Earth, you would actually need money to do that. Some point, you got to actually figure out how much money do I need to solve that problem, okay? So look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you a process that we use, okay? The first thing, most important thing.
Can I just say one thing real quick?
Please, you always do.
It's $297 to join us for the 2-day event. It's less than $500. We're going to give you a $297 credit in our store. So you invest $297 in the program today. We're going to give you an additional $297 in credit in the store, so that you can check out anything else that we have that may be a good fit for you. You can take advantage of that. So essentially, it's costing you nothing, and there's a 100% money back guarantee on the event. So for whatever reason, after you go through the event, the 2 days, if you hate it, if you didn't get anything out of it, you didn't think it was worth it, just email the office. We'll give you 100% of your money back.
And you still keep that?
Yeah.
The money and finance course, okay? All right, check it out. This is where you start, okay? I'll give you seven strategies in the exact order you should work them out in. Number one is your idea. What's the idea? Man, the idea is I want to be rich, okay? I want to be rich, whatever that is, okay? Now, I want to be a speaker. I want to be an author. I want to be in the engineering business. The ideas come in many, many forms. I have an idea for a business. I want to be in Bitcoin. Whatever it is, dude, whatever's your ideas, the idea has to be connected to a target. Okay? Now, let me just look this up for you to explain these two concepts. They're different. I know it seems simple. By the way, success is simple. It is not complicated. A couple definitions I want to clear with you guys first, okay? This is idea. An idea is a thought or suggestion about something. I want to be rich. That's an idea. Formed in the mind. It's a mental concept that can serve as a starting point for action, problem solving, or creativity, okay? Don't worry about it, Johnny. I got it on Chat GPT, okay? Now, I want you guys to write down, what is your idea? What is your idea? Remember, the definition, everybody's going to write this down. Throw it in the chat if you want to. An idea is a thought or suggestion about something. Maybe you guys are watching this today and say, man, I want to do what Grant does. That's an idea, okay? I want to buy real estate. That's an idea. An idea is a thought or suggestion about something formed in the mind. It's a mental concept that can serve as a starting point. It's very, very important, by the way. Okay, that's an idea. Real estate. Retire with money to travel. Financial freedom. What's your idea? Have money to help others. I want to win as an idea. Billionaire is an idea. Financial freedom. Complete F. Okay, real estate mogul. Okay, good. Now, what you want to do now is you want to convert the idea to a target. A target is a specific goal that a company or individual aims to achieve within a certain time frame. It can include financial objectives, market share goals, customer acquisition numbers, or other measurable outcomes, okay? So a target is going to be a number. I want you to take your idea, whatever your idea is, and I want you to convert that to a specific number. Everyone has ideas, folks. You have millions and probably billions of them on a day-to-day basis. I got to turn right here. I got to slow down, okay? I got to go faster. I got to get up this morning. I don't want to get up this morning. It's millions of ideas. I like that. I don't like that. These are just ideas. Everybody's got ideas. Everybody's got millions of ideas, but most people do not have targets. The target is senior to the idea, okay? All right? Now, here's some notes on targets. New page. Okay, a target is a person, an object, or a place as the aim of an attack. So when I get a target, okay, I have a target right now. I have a $25 million target in one of my businesses. Okay, that's a specific target. The idea is to complete a fund. The target is the specific number. Over what period of time? In this case, I have 40 days to do this. Okay, all this is very, very measurable. So you have an idea, you convert it to a target. Person, object, place. It's the aim of attack with a certain period of time, okay? Now, everyone, make a note, everyone has ideas, but successful people have targets. Very target rich. Tom Brady. Tom Brady's extremely target oriented, okay? Steve Harvey, very, very target oriented, okay? Everyone has ideas. Successful people have targets. Number two, most targets that you make are way too small. And the reason why people quit, number two, too small. If the target's too small and it doesn't change your life, you're going to quit. Now, people say, oh, yeah, but you make targets that are too big, and people quit on those. People are more likely to quit on something too small than something too big.
Well, there's also a difference, too, between a goal and a target. Like, a goal is something in the future. Like, you talk about goals like, man, I want to make $5 million a year. That's a goal. The target is, what do I need to do this week in order to get closer to the goal? And so when you have an annual goal, let's say you're making 80 grand a year right now, and you say, hey, my annual goal is I want to get to 250,000 by the end of the year. That means you need to engineer a plan to get to $18,000 a month of income. That means you're going to need $5,500 of income a week. That means you need to do $1,000 a day. You have to break the target all the way down so that target is the thing that you can micromanage on a daily basis, so that you're doing the right things every day that will drive you to the goal. Most people have such a gap between their goal and what they're actually supposed to be doing that they waste time. And then 6 months into the year, they go, there's no way I'm going to hit my target. Well, it's because you wasted 6 months not focusing on it every day.
Yeah, like Jared's saying, if I wanted $10 million as my target to make a year, I need to break that down to every possible combination, so that I'm going for specific targets, okay? The targets are a person, an object, or a place. I want to go to Las Vegas. That's the target, okay? So if I wanted to make $10 million a year, I need to make $19 million $19 every minute. Then I'm going to ask myself, well, who's done that? People do it every day, dude. There's people doing this every second of every day. I want to buy a $300 million yacht. Okay. Well, okay, what do I need for $300 million? I need to put all the things together. That's the target. I need the money to pay for it. They're not going to give it to me. Okay. I need to break down now. Okay. What does it take to get it? What does it take to keep it? Who's done that? And model that. But most of your targets, number two, are too small. That's why you guys give up on them. I need to make another 10 grand a year. You're going to give up on that target, I guarantee you. Why? Because it doesn't change your life. And if it doesn't change your life, you will quit on it.
Because you're not willing, you don't want to do the
Nothing
work.
changed.
Nothing
changed,
the
dude.
work isn't worth the payoff.
There's no change. There's no change. There's no like, you don't have enough necessity. This is why your wife or your spouse is going to be like, why are you working so hard? Oh, so I can buy another car. I don't care about another car or another bracelet or another watch, okay? It's not changing our life. You're just gone more. But what if it was to the yacht life? Oh yeah, you can be gone more. Because something changed so dramatically. I went from poverty. Why does a drug addict quit? Because life got so miserable. The problem is he gets into the program and then he flattens out again. Now all he's got to brag about is, I'm clean for 10 years. Robert Downey Jr., perfect example, somebody that finally cleaned up, okay, and didn't give up on the cleanup. Meaning he cleaned up and then he became Robert Downey Jr., who we know today. This made $800 million from shows. Yeah. He's getting $80 million for his next movie.
Wow.
It's amazing, right? But he could have been satisfied 30 years ago when he quit using drugs and everybody been like, cool, man, I remember. But nobody would remember him. Number three, people drop targets because of the complexities. I showed you something my partner Brandon Dawson goes into companies and teaches. It's not the thing you need to learn first, okay? He charges $190,000 to go into a company and work with them on every single department. But that's not what you guys need to worry about right now. Right now, we just need to get crystal on the target, keep this very simple. Number 4, you lose target focus because of surroundings. Okay, I'm showing you how to get locked in on a target. If you ask me today, Grant, what's the most important thing in your success? I would tell you that 80%, 80% of my success is because I am a genius. 80% of my success is I am a genius being locked in on a target. Not the complexities, not the how-to, not the mechanisms, not the exact strategy, but the target itself. I'm able to maintain it without complicating it, okay? And because I control my surroundings. I don't have people around me telling me I can't do it. Number 5, no accountability for target attainment. Now, I'm extremely personally accountable. I quit using drugs when I was 25 years old. I had a terrible drug problem between 15 years old and 25. I went to a treatment center. I never used drugs again, okay? If I get on a workout program, this guy will tell you right now, I'm extremely disciplined. If I quit eating sugar and I'm like, I'm not doing sugar, I won't do sugar for, like, I can go long periods of time quitting things. Like almost anything, I can push in self-discipline. Most people do not have that accountability. I used to not have it, but what I did was got around other people that held me accountable until I built the accountability muscle, and now I have it. You have to build that muscle to have that muscle. Number 6, organization moves off of targets. This is a big, very important thing. If you guys that own a company, run a company, you have people around you, you got a staff, you got a manager, an accounting person, you got a tax person, a legal person, your organization is going to move you off the targets and they're going to move you back to ideas. Remember what I said? Ideas have to become a target. Your organization is going to get you off the target and back onto ideas. Okay, don't let them do it. Number 7, there's no system to implement to the specific target. This is what Jared was talking about earlier. Every hour, or every
day, every hour,
month,
every
week,
month,
every day, every hour, and reporting. Number 8. Okay, no, number 8. Yeah, number 8. No system to implement. You need a system to implement and hold you accountable.
Which is basically I have my target. Now, what do I need to do every day to hit that target?
Yeah, your
so that
CRM, AI is available. Like I can look
lead
at
flow, sales process, calls, emails, appointments, demos.
I know. I should know how many. Like, you remember that target? I had a $25 million target in 45 days. I know exactly how many phone calls, how much time I need to spend on the call, how many people. I have a system, a formula that will tell me exactly how many calls I have to make to hit that number. Okay. Now, this is what I want everybody to do right now. Everybody gave me your idea or your target earlier, okay? You said, man, I got this big idea. I want you to rate your idea on a scale from 1 to 10. I want everybody to do that right now and throw it in the chat. How big is your idea on a scale from 1 to 10? The new idea that you came up with today.
And how clear are you on it? So
No, don't worry about that. Just the idea. 9, 10, 7, 8, 10, 10, giant, 18, okay, 5, okay? Okay, good. By the way, now, if you got a 5 idea, you can change it right now. You know, that's the beautiful thing about an idea. Like, it's just kind of a private situation. Giant. There's some giants in the room, okay? Okay, good. Now, this is what I want you to do, okay? Okay, stop that. I'm going to bring you to another concept. This is your idea. You rated your idea 10, let's say. Now I want you to rate the system that you're going to use to execute on that idea. 3, 8, 5, 2, 10. Somebody said they got a 10 system. I don't even know what you're doing here then. By the way, if you have a 10, bro, I wouldn't be in this room.
Yeah.
Because why are you trying to learn something new if you have a 10? I would not be in here because this is going to mess up the system that you have now. Poor, 4, 3, 5, okay? See the problem here, folks? If you have a system or formula that's your rating is a 3 to get to a 10, you understand, you know that. You know that you don't have a system. You know that you don't have a formula. You therefore don't have confidence. And if you don't have confidence, nobody else is going to have confidence in you. Because you're not doing whatever you're going to do, you're not going to do it without other people. And if other people don't believe in you, you're not going to do anything. All right? Okay, so this has to get you ready. What I'm trying to do is have you hit rock bottom right now. I need help. Okay? This is the most important thing that I have done in my life is accept help. Not give help. The most important thing I've done in my life is not give help to others, but to receive help for myself. If you are unwilling to receive help, you cannot be helped. And if you are unable to receive help, you will limit the number of people you can actually help in your life. Okay? So if you guys know you need help, just put the word help in the chat. Help. If you have a 10 idea and a 10 system, you do not need help. I mean, you do. You just don't know it yet. But it doesn't matter. You're not ready. Okay? And if you're not ready, I can't help you. You have to be ready. Otherwise, you'll have more excuses than you have solutions. But I already do that. How many of you know people like this? They're like, hey, man, can you help me with this? Can you help me? And then you offer help, and the first thing they say is, no, that ain't going to work. Oh, you don't understand my business. You don't understand this. You don't understand that. But I'm a mom. I'm a single mom. I'm too young. I'm too old. I'm black. I'm brown. I'm white. I'm this. I'm that. They just come up with a bunch of excuses. If you don't have a system, you're going to come up with excuses.
Yeah.
Right? And if you're satisfied with where you are right now, if you're slightly satisfied, mostly satisfied, you will seek help and not accept help, okay? I want you guys to write this down. If you are slightly satisfied with your life, you will seek help and then refuse the help. Mm-hmm. Man, I need some help, I need some help, man. I need to start working out, man. I need to start working out. Okay, slightly interested in help. And then when somebody offers you help, yeah, but I'm not available tomorrow. Okay? I can't do that thing in 2 weeks that you guys are doing, man, because you're not really ready for help. because you're not sick and tired of being sick and tired. In 2008, dude, I was so terrified. One, I was personally scared. Two, I was personally embarrassed because I was newly married with a baby on the way. And I'm like, okay, I just got married. I have a wife. I have a kid on the way. And my business is about to bust out. How many of you saw me on Undercover Billionaire? If you saw me on Undercover Billionaire, I went to Pueblo, Colorado. We should give everybody access to that. If you haven't seen it, basically I had a.
We'll send the link to everybody.
Yeah, no, no. I just want to give it to the people that want to work with us. I don't want to give it to everybody.
Okay,
let's keep it real. I went to Pueblo, Colorado during COVID. I dropped my name. I had to shave my head. I had no money, no credit cards.
And a busted truck.
An old truck, $100, and I had to build $1 million business.
In 90 days.
But I had to prove to people that I could build $1 million business without using my name. The most important thing was not that it was 23 degrees outside and I had no place to sleep. I had no food, I had no water, and I couldn't use my name, and I was away from my kids, and I had $100. That wasn't the big problem. The big problem was I'm on national television, and if I screw this up, I'm going to mess up my other business. My book business, my speaking business, my consulting business. I'm going to look like a freaking dumbass on national television. That is why I was successful. Because the necessity level to win was so high. See, until you guys get this, I have to have this so bad, then you're willing to do whatever it takes, okay? You got to be willing to accept help, though. If you can't accept help, okay, you're not going to get there. If you have a 10 idea and a 10 system, I would just say this to you, by the way. If you had a 10 here and you have a system for a 10, what I would challenge is the system's not wrong. This target's not really a 10. That you could probably, let's say this target was like, I want to make 10 million. Okay, what if I said, hey, dude, I'm going to show you how to make 100 million. I'm going to show you how to make 10 million a month, not 10 million a year. Okay? And then you're like, yeah, my system for that is a 1. See, if you matched them up 10 to 10, it's because your goals are too small. Remember the number one mistake I've made in my career? I'm just telling you guys, in my real estate, my book business, my educational business, in my financial business, everything I have ever done in my life, the biggest single mistake I've made in my whole career is underestimate what I was capable of doing. And also the people around me. This guy right here, sitting next to me right here, I never imagined Jared, cut to Jared, never imagined Jared would become the guy he is today. Completely underestimated, okay? I was like, why do we even hire this dude, okay? This guy runs a $150 million a year business.
Well, and I make more money now than your business was grossing when I started.
He makes more money than I used to make for the whole business. We have probably 7 people that work here today that make more money than I used to make. Now I'm really helping people, okay? We have 15,000 investors at Cardone Capital. I sent out $8 million in checks last month to our investors. I sent out $2 million to our employees last month. So I'm sending out more money. I'm helping more people. I just had this wrong. First of all, I didn't have the right targets. I knew I didn't, and I didn't have a system. I had neither one of either.
And I just want to tell you one thing. The number one question when we're doing anything, this is how important this is. This can be a really easy thing to blow past.
Yeah.
But I want to just reinforce this. Every time we launch a new product, we launch a new partnership, we come up with a new idea, we're going to do something in the business, the very first question Grant always asks, every time without fail, what's the target? Always. It's the most senior thing. It's the most important thing. That's why it's the first step on the wheel. Because
without the right target, you're not going to do the rest of the program. You're going to give up on it because it doesn't change anything. Okay, so now what I want to know where everybody's, I want you to give me an annual target, okay? I want where you are now. I want you to write this in the chat. Let's say you're making $80,000 a year or nothing, whatever the number is, and the new annual target. We're just going to do annual income as a target. There's a lot of different targets you can have, okay? 0 to 350 a year, okay? Let's see, 24 to 1 million. Homeless, okay, but what's the target, Patricia? I don't care that you're homeless. I mean, I do care, but what's the target to not be homeless? And by the way, I could probably get you a place to sleep tonight. Because here's the deal, like when I went to a Pueblo and I didn't have a place to sleep, my target was to get a place to sleep, but not for one night. Because if I get you see the target's wrong, because if I get a place to sleep tonight, guess what? Tomorrow I'm worried about what?
Place to sleep.
Place to sleep tonight. Okay, my target was not a place to sleep. My target was $1 million business in 90 days and a place to sleep the entire time that I didn't have to pay. All right, 70,000, 200 grand, 0 to 250, 10 million under management. Awesome, I love that idea. 47,000 to 375, 10 million, 120 to 1 million, 40,000 to 1 million. Target's $10 million. Legina says 70,000 to 500K. Look, this is a great room of people, by the way. You guys are going to be in a Telegram group when you guys join us at grantcardone.com/go. We're going to put all these big thinkers together, okay? Liam, 0 euros to 100,000. Easy, bro. Not even, like nothing, okay? Michelle wants to go from 60 grand to 5 million. We're talking about income right now, Michelle. Nikki, 300,000. I'm at 180 right now. I want to go to 2 million in the next 12 months. No brainer, Rick. Guarantee that's a doable deal. I could show you a list of people today that have done it. You got the video, Johnny, of people that have done stuff like this? Okay, play the video when you're ready. 60,000 to 10 million, $12 million, $1 million a month, 500,000, targets 100 grand, 30,000 and 100 grand. You guys aren't thinking big enough. Imagine if somebody looked at you and said, I had a guy tell me the other day, man, I made 600 grand last year. I'm like, how you live on that, son? He's like, what? He was so proud. Redneck from freaking Biloxi, Mississippi. Goddamn, made 600 grand. I said, how you even live on that? How you feel good about yourself? He's like, I love being around you, man. You always pushing me. See, you guys need somebody that pushes you beyond what you think, what your limits are. Okay? Play that video, Johnny.
You got to learn from somebody that's done something remarkable.
When we first started with Grant Cardone, we were a little over $300,000 a month. Last month we did 1.8 million. Before I was making $13 an hour. Now I've done 80,000 in sales.
Being able to just spit out, this is what Grant says, or this is what Grant would do, has been completely life-changing.
I was maybe making like $40,000, $50,000 a year. It has gone up to like $200,000 a year.
My business was making around 300K, and right now it's up to 2 million.
Making about $80,000 Canadian a year. I'm on target to double what I've made.
Thank you so much, Grant Cardone. Thanks for changing my life.
If you're a business owner and you don't know who Grant Cardone is, you're missing out.
The objection is an indication of interest, right? I'm not interested is actually a measurement of interest.
In the first 6 months of business, we've done roughly $3 million. We're on track to do it over 4 mil for the first year.
Last year we did roughly around 3 million. We're on track this year for 11 million in gross revenue.
Yeah, so I mean, I think for me, you know, we started even under 6 figures, and we've now surpassed 7 figures in the last 3 years consecutively.
We were doing under 500,000 single-family homes, where now we are focusing mainly on multifamily, and we're projected to finish the year at about 1.7 million. 10X, appreciate it.
Okay, so that's other people. We want you guys, by the way, in videos saying you went from 50,000 to 100 million. Okay, you guys understand, I'm a regular, everyday person. You know, went from making 30 grand a year to, I don't know why more people don't do this, by the way, more of these super successful people, to making $410,000 a day. I think is that right?
That's right.
It's insane, dude. It's insane. I would have never, ever dreamed that was even possible until I realized other people are doing it. There's other people, other regular, dumbass people like me doing this. I just need to figure out what they're doing, the exact order that they're doing it in. So first it starts with a target, okay? Now, once you have the target, I had a conversation with a guy that the guy does, I don't know, 14, 15 million bucks a year. We argue about this because he showed me how he does things, and the target was missing. I said, bro, nothing happens without a target. Okay, I got to know what I'm going for specifically, and I got to hold this. I got to hold this for long periods of time. This is so difficult to do by yourself. And I'm telling you, I think, and just between me and you, the guy that was doing 14, I'm like, bro, I'm doing 14 a month. You're doing 14 a year. I don't know what to tell you. Like, who are you going to listen to? Who are you going to call, man?
Grant Cardone.
Yeah, you ain't gonna call Ghostbusters, bro. Who you gonna call? You got me to call. Or you got Jeff Bezos to call. Who you gonna call? Call Jeff. If you can get Jeff on the phone, get Jeff on the phone. You don't go back to your uncle that's never made 14 million bucks a month and take advice from him if you got somebody willing to help you that's making 14 a month. You understand? Now, the next thing you're going to do, you are not going to do operations yet. You're not going to do finance. You're not going to do budgets. You are not going to do planning. You don't even need to do business plan for what I care right now. The next thing you need to do is you need to do marketing. You don't need to raise money right now. You don't need to get a credit card. You do not need to get an LLC. You do not need to fix your credit. You don't need your credit score. You do not need to decide whether you're a sole proprietor, an LLC. You don't need to get legal documents. You need to start marketing your idea and your company. And you should market long before you're ready to deliver. Second biggest mistake I've made in business is not marketing correctly. This is typically done third or fourth or fifth down the road. It should not be. It should be moved way up in the cycle to first. Okay? If I have an idea for a business, okay, I am going to start marketing the concept of the business before I have the business. This is very, I don't know why. It is so misunderstood by most people. The biggest, best companies in the world market first, deliver later. Elon Musk is probably the best marketer in the entire history of all businesses on planet Earth. Not just the best marketer today. Elon Musk is probably the single best marketer in the history of mankind. He markets way before he's able to deliver a product. He has been marketing automatic
driving.
Yeah. Automatic driving for 7 years and still can't deliver it. Okay, now marketing. Marketing is a noun. Do we have the video on marketing? Did you get Johnny to give me that video with the added images?
Yeah.
Okay. Marketing is a noun. I just want you guys, I know a lot of you guys think that marketing and PR and advertising and promotion. I think you guys think that they're the same thing. They're not the same thing. Okay. Marketing means the activity or business of promoting and selling products or services. The marketing part is actually the planning of the rest of it, the promotion, the advertising, putting the package together,
the PR,
and the PR. Okay, marketing. Johnny, just play the video real quick, Johnny. Here's the difference between marketing, sales, promotion, and publicity. Let me explain it like this. If a circus is coming to town and you put a sign up that says circus coming to town, that's advertising. If you put the sign, circus is coming to town, on the back of an elephant and walk into town, that's promotion. And if the elephant walks through the mayor's flower bed and the local newspaper happened to write about it, well, that would be publicity. And of course, if you could get the mayor to either laugh or really get upset about it, well, that would be public relations, and that could have been contrived. And if you tell the community that you're going to have a booth to sell products or services or elephants or whatever, well, that's sales. And if you plan the entire thing, like I'm talking to you about right now, that's marketing. That is the difference between marketing, sales, promotion, and publicity. Hope you enjoyed that. See, most people don't even know the difference, and maybe you didn't, the difference between marketing, sales, promotion, publicity, PR, okay? Do you even know the difference if you don't know the difference? By the way, I'm telling you, this is probably 19% of success. Okay? Now, if you've ever been to one of our marketing workshops, by the way, we do 4 marketing workshops a year. They're 2 days long. We do 4 sales workshops right here in Miami, 2 days long. We do 4 people's workshops. I have one going on in our classroom right now this weekend. Hiring and recruiting great people, 2 days long. We do a leadership workshop 4 times a year, 2 days long. We do 4 real estate events a year. So we do all this other stuff where we're bringing super successful people. We do 2 business summits a year where there's 1,500 people here just going through each of these pieces so you guys can become experts on each of these strategies or strategic parts of your formula, okay? This thing right here, this marketing thing, I wish I could tell you guys that you can learn it, but you can't. Okay, because it keeps moving. It's very organic.
Changes, yeah.
It's like
fluid,
surfing a wave. Okay, there's no wave ever going to be the same. This is not something you learn. This is something you keep learning. Like there is no marketing program anywhere in the world that is the one, because it changes. As soon as you learn it, it shifts. The colors change, the technology changes, the algorithm changes. Now, number one, I want you to write these rules down on marketing. I'm going to go really fast. It's going to be a lot. Marketing, by the way, has been worth about. Do you have the Google Trends? When I started focusing on my Google Trends?
I'll get them right now.
I want to show you guys, I'm going to show you a graph where I started paying attention to my Google Trends in 2010, 13 years ago, 14 years ago now. And I had no publicity. I had nothing. No online, I didn't exist, and how I started paying attention to it. And I want to show you the relationship between marketing and money and income, okay? Johnny, let me know when you got it, okay? Number one, you want to write on marketing is senior to sales, okay? Number 2, ideas, we'll make these notes and then Johnny's going to show you a little video. Ideas that nobody knows about go nowhere. I got an idea. You got to be careful, by the way, when you share your ideas. Like I told my mom, I said, I'm going to get in the real estate business, Mom. My mom's like, that's a bad idea. Okay? You just got to know some people are actually indicators of what you should do. Like my mom was a fairly negative person. I am actually adopted some of that negativity. And she would always say no to something first. And so sometimes the people around you can actually be indicators of what you want to do, okay? My uncle and my family members, both my sisters and my brother said, hey, I was getting too much attention online. Let me just show you. If I'd have listened to my mom and my brother and my sister, let me just show you what they would have cost me. Show them the graph, Johnny.
It's up on the screen.
Okay, this is a graph right now where I had no attention in 2008. 0. Okay, that line is almost at a 0 where it starts. I started punching on attention in 2012. I really started hammering down 2014, 2016. Now I'm going to show you what happened with the money. Johnny, can you show the next one? I can't control it. You got the money. Okay, go back and forth, Johnny. Just look at how similar these are. Okay, at the same time I started getting attention, my income changed, okay? Money follows attention. So number 2 here in your notes under marketing, ideas that nobody knows about go nowhere. Number 3, Number 3, Johnny, right?
No, number 3.
Okay. Now, why am I marketing anything? Right, I am only marketing because I want attention. Money follows attention. Whoever gets the most attention. This is not to be confused with, I need to be interested in them. No, right now in the marketing piece, you have to be interesting. You want to become interesting, highly interesting, so you're getting attention, okay? This is notes on attention. Number 2, which is our second part of our 7 formula wheel, is attention, okay? Number 1, you want to write these notes down. Attention and marketing are vital. These are vital to target attainment. Without them, you will not attain the target. Number 2, get attention before you're ready to deliver. You should be writing these notes down. Get attention before you're ready to deliver a product or a service. So, for instance, we do this annual event every year. We market the event and sell the event before we have a date or a location. Typically, a third of our seats, a third of the revenue is collected before we have a delivery of the event itself, okay? Any new product I come out with, I typically sell a product before I have the product ready for delivery. Number 3, if nobody knows you, write this down. If nobody knows you, nobody flows you. Number 4, obscurity is the single biggest killer of dreams.
And the question is, if your audience, if 10 times more people knew you, if your database was 10 times bigger, If it was 100 times bigger, would
Yeah.
your business be bigger?
Yeah. So, for instance, okay, I don't actually measure. Me and Jared measure different things in a business. He's in the operations, so he's measuring one thing. I'm outside the operations. I'm the business owner looking kind of overall at the same thing. I have 165,000 customers a year. We have 15,000 investors at Cardone Capital. What does Brandon have over there? Couple thousand customers?
Yeah, probably 20,000.
No, paying customers.
Oh.
He doesn't have
No.
20,000.
Yeah, they'll probably do 10,000 customers this year.
Okay, 10,000. Okay, he's got 10,000. All right. 10X Health System has 150,000. Okay. So when I look at these numbers, this did $150 million last year. This did $400 million this year already in income, in investments. He's going to do $130 million. And this is going to do probably 140 or something this year. Anyway, my point is this, okay? I'm looking at this number, but these are the people that paid me, okay? That's not actually the number that I got attention from. This number is probably 16 to 20 million people saw something online to convert to this money and get me this customer. So really the most important number is the number I got attention on, not these two. This one goes back to the target breakdown. Okay, now guys, look, I know we're going over a lot. I told you I'd be here 90 minutes. How long have we been here right now?
90 minutes.
Okay, so I apologize. Please forgive me. I know I'm giving you a lot. I know it's fast. That's why we put this 2-day event on 3 weeks from now. So for those of you that want to slow it down and you want to actually learn this and get your freaking hands tied around this, go to grantcardone.com/go. You're going to start with this program. Do not start with this that I'm giving you right now. Do not start with the marketing, the sales, the execution, the operations, the scaling, all that I'm going to cover here in a second after I take a piss, okay? Don't worry about that stuff. What you want to do right now is focus on this financial target first. This is what we should have been taught when we were 6 and 7 and 8 years old. Not basic math and English and grammar. Yeah, that's important to learn this, but by the time you're 15 years old, your kids, your entire family should already know this information. Okay, how do I get money? How do I keep money? How do I multiply money? And how do I use money to get my freedom? Then pick the business. Then pick the product and service. Then go find the vehicle that's going to get you to the money necessary for you to have that FU, that freedom. Okay? All right, number 4, notes on attention and marketing. We're on page 22, I think, right? I don't know. You guys don't have page numbers. Help me. No more not page numbers. They're not on this, so if they're not on this, I can't read it. Obscurity is the single biggest killer of ideas and targets. I don't know you. Obscurity is I don't know you. If I don't know you, hey, you can't fix it now. There's no fixing it now. You don't need to fix it. Okay, number 5. Attention never costs money. Attention does not cost money. Now, your family members are going to probably talk you out of this. If you were brought up like I was, don't get too much attention. Be seen and not heard. Don't be bragging now. Okay? Number 6, all marketing works. All marketing works. All attention works. All attention will work for you if you don't quit on the attention. So don't quit on the marketing and the marketing will return. Number 7, best known always beats best. Coca-Cola is the best known. It is not the best drink. McDonald's is the best known. It's not the best drink. Okay. Google is the best known. It's going to be that's where you're going to go for search. Okay. AI is probably a better search tool, but it still doesn't beat Google. Number 8, quantity in marketing. Quantity beats quality. Okay, whoever can use the most quantity of advertising, that's why politicians want to raise so much money, because they just want to hammer the message. By the way, it's not their money anyway. Number 9, frequency builds trust. The frequency at which you can drop content is the only thing today that I know that builds trust. It's not the warranty, it's not the promise, it's not the guarantee, it's not doing the right thing. It is the quantity in which you deliver messaging. And number 10, he who markets the most wins the most, okay? All right. Now, why am I doing marketing? Why am I doing any marketing? Okay. You want to answer some questions for 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Let's do this. Okay. What I want to do is we have a room. How many people in the VIP rooms?
A couple thousand.
Okay. Let's ask some questions for them. I'm gonna go take a wee real quick. I want to, if you have questions, because right now we've only covered 2 parts of the wheel. Okay. Which is what? And I bet you right now in the chat, you guys can't even tell me what 2 parts of the wheel. There's 7 parts. What are the 2 parts of the wheel? Yeah, targets and attention, okay? All right, I want you guys to keep your questions focused on just those 2 things. Target and attention to the target. Meaning, I'm gonna write a book and I'm gonna sell 1 million copies. Good, that's my idea, my target. A book, bestseller, 1 million copies in 12 months, okay? Or in 3 months, or whatever the number is, all right? Now, how do I get attention for that? I haven't written the book yet. Okay, how do I get attention for that? Keep your questions confined to those 2 things.
Okay, who do we got up here first?
We got Malaki.
Malaki, what's going on, man? What's your question?
Yes, how you doing today? How everybody doing? Just basically trying to grow my business. Started small, start from home. You know, I'm in the, I guess you would say holistics. So just trying to grow it and obtain it.
Yeah, so what's your target?
My target is...
You don't know it. You got to think about it. You don't know it. That's the point, guys. Like, the target is so important. It should be the thing that you know. If you asked me what our target was, it's a $10 billion public company. And then, like you guys need to write this target down every single day. Like, there should not be a second lag in your target. If there is, then you don't have a target. And then you need to spend time in that target figuring out, okay, what does that mean? Like I said, if your target's $12 million this year, that's $1 million a month, that's 250 grand a week, that's 50 grand a day. Right? So now you're actually like getting a real thing that you can go do and execute on. What day is it today? Saturday? On Monday. So first thing is the target. The second thing is, how are you getting attention?
You have to market.
What are you doing to get attention right now?
Well, initially I did have in 2020 when I had my website up and I was on social media.
Website is probably one of the least important things that you have to get attention today.
Yeah. I was marketing it for a little while, but then it didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah,
so
how were you marketing it? How were you marketing it? Notice that on this list right here, it doesn't say website anywhere.
Yeah, no, I'm just telling you like what I did. I didn't know. This was just something I really felt passionate about, and I wanted to turn it into a business.
Yeah. So again, I'm just trying to help you out here. Like, number 1 is, what's the target? What is the target? You guys, if you leave here with nothing else today, like, we still got some insane content to go through. If you leave here with nothing else, you guys have to leave here with a clear target on what you want to do in the next 5 months to close this year out. You've got to have that. If I asked you tomorrow, what's your target? You should, without a second's hesitation, you should be able to say what it is. The second thing is you got to figure out what you're doing to get attention. Right now, this little device right here that you have, this mobile device right here connected to free platforms that you can use, you guys should be exploding social media with content every single day. You should be posting content every single day. You should be interacting with people every single day. You should be sending direct messages to people every single day. Like, there's strategy that goes behind all this that we'll cover in the 2-day event. But these are things like, how much money does it cost to set a target? How much does it cost you? The target's free, bro. It costs you nothing to start to set a target. Second question is, how are you getting attention for your business? A website is not the best way to get attention for your business. You are the best way to get attention for your business. A website means nothing if there's no traffic to the website. So what are you going to do to drive traffic? You're going to spend money on ads. You're going to establish JVs. You're going to get affiliates. Are you going to go speak on stages like Jacob said? Are you going to get on social media? Are you only using Instagram? What about YouTube? What about X? What about Twitter? What about TikTok? Like how are you getting attention? Like when you look at this wheel that Grant's showing right here, like this is the sequence. This is the order of sequence. Almost everybody can set a target. But then they get to this very first thing about getting attention, and they can't get attention. And so this whole flow, this whole process of this wheel stops at number 2. It stops at number 2 because they don't know how to get attention.
You got one question? You only got one question covered?
Yeah, that was quick, man.
Oh my God.
I thought, you
Okay, thank you, man. Let's go. Let's get a couple more in here.
All right, we're gonna go to Patricia.
Damn, you only got one question in, bro. Hey, Patricia, how you doing?
Hi.
How you doing?
Very good. You listen to me?
Yeah,
yes, I can hear you.
Okay. My proposal here is be to homeless to billionaire. That's my, I don't know how to figure out my target because I want to introduce myself on real estate investment.
Yeah.
I feel this so longer. So I don't know how I start in that. I'm working in driving leave.
Yeah. Look, so look, this is how you start. You start with the target. You don't start with learning real estate. You start with the target. What is the exact target that you're trying to accomplish? I want to have my first target for real estate was I wanted $100,000 a year invested in real estate. Okay, good. And then I'm like, okay, how do I? Then I follow the what accomplishes that. Right? So, okay, to do that, I need to invest this much money. Okay, in what? What kind of real estate? So you basically have the target first, then you get attention. Hey, I want to invest, I want to have $100,000, $10,000 a month, $8,000 a month coming from passive income from real estate investments. Oh, okay, then that's my target. What exactly produces that kind of income? Okay, how much money do I need? Okay, and then I started getting attention for that particular goal. How many people? I need to get attention. Who knows how to do that? Where's that kind of real estate at? I'd start talking about to other people how to get attention. So you're doing the right thing today. Just specify the target. What is the exact target you're trying to accomplish? Not, I want to learn about real estate. I don't want to learn about anything. Okay? The only reason I would learn about anything is because it gets me to my target. You guys cannot be curious about everything. You have to be curious about some things and be very curious about those things. Okay, next question.
All right, we got Martin on the line.
Martin, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, buddy. Martin, hey, what is your target? First of all, what's your target?
Yeah, $10 million in assets under management.
Okay, good. And then what could you do to start getting attention for that?
Well, that's my question. So I was curious, what would you recommend if we want to focus on Palm Beach and Miami for raising capital to kind of capitalize on the trends in the office industry? I'm just reading this article from the Financial Times that the office like dollars per square foot has gone up, and we just want to capitalize on some of the media that's already kind of trending right now about Miami and the office. The prices per square foot for office buildings?
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, the best way is to get something sexy, right? So, like when we're big real estate, very active real estate investors in the state of Florida. So what I'm going to do is get attention for it, right? So if I want to raise money for something, we've raised $1.4 billion over the internet. So the first thing you do, if you watch what I do, I get a goal and a target, and then boom, I start showing people products or services that I'm trying to buy. Okay, so I don't.
Yeah.
Johnny, show them the deal we just did, Johnny. You got Jack, or anything, any piece of real estate, Johnny, because we've done the same thing with everything. We probably raised more money over the internet than probably any other syndicator in the world.
For real estate, for sure.
Crowdfunding.
So it looks like you're saying I should just start showing people deals that we're looking at right now.
You know, it'd be ideal if you had the deal under contract already. So that's what we do. We get the deal under contract. Like I just bought this property in town that it's $140 million. I bought it and then I got attention. During the process of buying the building, I was already showing the marketplace the building. So I'm going to use Instagram, X, Google search, interviews, TV, radio, whatever to market this idea. The point, folks, is this, okay? My partner's doing an event in Orlando. What are the dates? It don't matter. See, I don't know, so I don't care, right? I don't know, but I still market it. Let's say he doesn't give me the hotel and he doesn't have the dates. I am not going to stop marketing to get either one of these things. I'm going to market and worry about the data later. Do not try to, if you guys wait till you have all the data, I'm just giving you a real life situation. He just walked in here. I said, what are the dates? And he's like, I don't need them. Because the truth is I don't need them to market, okay? This is a 2-day mastermind event with a bunch of super successful people. How much is it? How much is the retail price on that deal?
It's $5,000.
It's $5,000 per person to sit executive in the room. If you want it to be a VIP, it'd be $25,000. There'll be less than 200 people in the room, okay? What's the website? What's the page for this?
I just do 9-figure money shot.
I know, but I need, is it grantcardone.com/MM? If you guys want to buy a ticket to this, boom. Go to Grant Cardone. Just put it in the chat, and one of my people will follow up with you. This is for super successful entrepreneurs. This is not for people that are like starting a business. This is for people that are already making what? 2 to 5 million, 10 million, 15 million, 20 million bucks. This is a super mastermind, $5,000, 2 days, and just throw it in the chat if you guys want to come to that. Just my team will call you about the mastermind. Okay, now what is the point of that? I don't need the link. I don't need the date. I don't need the location. I don't need the hotel. I don't need nothing. You understand? Bad English. Okay? Look at all the people that want to come. I don't need it. I don't even need a goddamn link. I don't need it anymore. You see what I'm saying? I said I needed it, and then I'm like, no, just market it. I'm giving you guys a practitioner's view of how the exact order. I have a target. My partner has a target of people that he wants in that room. The target is not how many people, it's the quality of people. See, I'm working out my marketing message right now. Boom, I have the target. He gave me the target. What do I not need? I don't need a date. I don't need a location. I do not need to know specifics. I don't need to know that Ray Lewis is going to be there. I don't know that Grant Cardone might be there. I don't need that John Maxwell might be there and Michael Chandler and Brandon Dawson. All these superstars are going to show up and a whole bunch of other. I don't need to know none of that stuff to market to you to be there, bro. See, but what you guys do, and I'm telling you, everybody that's in this room right now, 93,000 people registered for this event. 93,000 people will fail on marketing before you fail in operations. Okay, so Jared said to you earlier today, hey, what's the number one thing Grant Cardone asks before we do anything? Put it in the chat if you know what it is. Okay, I'm going to go back to the chat now, Johnny. Target. What's the target? 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 The second thing he didn't tell you yet is the number one place that we fail, if we fail anywhere in my company and we fail every day, the number one place that we fail is Marketing, okay? Number one place we fail. If we fail on anything in this company, okay? If we were going to fix one thing in my company that would make us 10 times bigger than it is right now, it would not be operations, it would not be sales, it would not be ROI, it would not be tax planning, it would not be any of that. It wouldn't be getting better people, it would be marketing. Coca-Cola does not make a better product. They make a shit product. They make a terrible product. Marketing, man, okay, why did you eat breakfast this morning? Because they marketed that you should eat breakfast. You didn't need breakfast. You ate breakfast because they told you breakfast was the most important meal of the day. 50% of the smokers in America were not women until 1960. The same guy that built the breakfast program built the cigarettes are cool or sexy for women program and got the rest of the women. Valium was not needed in this country until they marketed to 70 million housewives in America in 1968 and got half of this country addicted to the longest half-life, most addictive drug ever presented in America was a drug called Valium when they sold it to Americans about you need this to make you more calm or something like that. Same thing with the ADD, ADHD drugs, the Ritalin.
It looks like I have a follow-up too.
No, you don't have a follow-up because I got to follow up, okay? But I appreciate you, and I look forward. I know you're the kind of guy that's going to be in our training at grantcardone.com/go. Okay? Congratulations, by the way, to everybody that signed up. Also, for everybody that signed up already, what did I say I'm going to do for them?
The credit?
Yeah, I'm going to give you guys a credit. Oh, you already blew my credit.
Mm-hmm.
Jared. Jared takes my glory away.
And it's 100% money back guarantee.
Okay? So look, when you guys do this, we're going to hit your credit card for $297. As soon as I do that, I'm going to give you a $297 credit in the store. Most of you in this room said you would pay $1 million to make $10 million. Okay? I'm showing you a way for you to pay nothing. You pay the $297 on a credit card, Visa card, MasterCard, American Express, or however you pay. By the way, we take Bitcoin. If you guys want to trade some Biddy, okay? And then I'm going to give you a $297 credit at my store to use against any other product or service. And if that's not enough, how long do they have for the guarantee?
Well, the guarantee is you come to the event, you go to the event.
If you don't like the event for whatever reason, you don't like the event for whatever reason you can come up with, okay?
And the undercover billionaire for everybody that's signed up.
Oh yeah, undercover billionaire, okay? And this is what you're going to start with. You're going to start with the money and finance course. Do not start with anything else other than this course. This is a $2,990 course. You can find it at my website for $3,000 right now, or you can
get it for free.
Or you can get it for free. Thank you, Jared. Okay. And you know what? What else I'm going to do? Give me a swag bag. That's what for everybody that took advantage of this. I have another gift for everybody. For you guys that are ballers, I'm showing you 7 things that you're going to take advantage of today. 7 things. I've only showed you 2. This is just for the people that already took advantage of this. Okay? I'm going to give you a signed copy of the 10X rule. This for people that live in the United States. I'll handle everything.
Yep, shipping.
Okay,
yeah.
the shipping. Now, you guys that live
outside the
in
US.
Ukraine. You got to get BlackRock to handle the shipping.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I know they're funding that whole rebuild. Okay, I'm going to give you the 10X hat. I just need you to wear this when you're walking around in public. I'm going to give you the 10X water bottle, similar bottle to what I'm drinking out of today. I'm going to give you our 10X quote book, okay, and some other of our super special
swag.
No, man. It's our tools, baby. It's our tools. It's got a 10X growth conference. Okay, I'm just going to do that for the super committed and successful people that have already committed. Okay, that's called over-delivering to a customer already made. That's a surprise quality. Yeah. Okay.
Leads.
Okay, now what happened? I got some attention. How many leads did we get for Brandon's $5,000 mastermind in Orlando? That's called a lead. I'm interested. I want to go. There was a whole bunch of people who said, I want to go. I want to be there. The point I'm making to you guys is like I'm showing you in real time how to market something. I didn't have all the data. I don't have the hotel. I don't have the date. I didn't have the speaker list. I don't exactly know what he's going to cover, okay? But it's going to be good. And then it's his job, because I'm his partner, my job is to promote, his job is to deliver. I don't worry about the delivery before the marketing. To do what? To get me a lead, okay? Now, I referenced this earlier today. I have 165,000 customers, but I probably had 20 million leads. And I said to you earlier, the lead is more important to me than the customer, because without the lead, I can't get the customer. Now, the fact that I'm very unsuccessful here, my banker doesn't think I'm unsuccessful. I had my banker in here 3 weeks ago before I went to France. He's like, bro, I got to tell you, I got five guys in this town. He's a big bank here in Miami. He's like, you're in the top 5 of income in this city. And I'm a failure, okay? Why? Because only 165,000 people divided by 20 million Point zero, let me see if that's right. 165,000 divided by 20 million. That is 0.00825%. This is how unsuccessful I am. Okay, which is what? That's what? It's 0.8 of 1%. 0.8 of 1% of the people buy from me. I'm very unsuccessful, but my banker doesn't think I am. Okay. My wife and my kids don't think I'm unsuccessful. Why? Because I have a big number. This is the number I need to worry about. The leads is the number that is most important, okay? So now, leads on page 30. A lead is a person or a company who is interested in a product or service that you sell. There's some slight interest. Opening a door, I'm knocking on doors, I'm cold calling, I'm knocking on doors and the guy opens the door. There's some interest. What are you doing on my damn porch? That is a level of interest, okay? Now, you want to take these notes. Attention should be measured based on it converting to a lead, not a sale. Now, the sales department is going to tell you the leads are no good. I'm just telling you guys this up front. They're always going to say that because salespeople are lazy. The lead's no good, man. The lead's no good, man. The lead's no. Look, any lead is better than no lead. Okay, number two. This is called the 99.5/05 rule. In my case, it's called the 99.5/05 rule. Okay? 0.05 convert. You guys got to figure out what yours is. Like some people think it's the 80-20 rule, 20% of the leads convert. I don't believe that. I don't think anybody has a 20% closing ratio. Mine is the 0.00825 rule. Okay, it doesn't matter to me. I just know I need to grow the top of the funnel, not the bottom. Number three, any way to generate a lead is good. Any way you can generate a lead. I don't care what you're dragging, how you're doing it, what the ad looks like, how stupid you look. Like people are like, man, I would never do some of the dumb shit you do online. Okay. That's like say, OJ says, I ain't black. Okay. I'm OJ. Whatever that means, bro, you're still going to jail. Okay. So any lead, any way you can generate a lead is a good way to generate a lead. There's no right way to generate a lead. Number four, leads have to scale. Right? Now, you got to figure out how to scale these leads so that 1 becomes 10, becomes 100, becomes 1,000. How can I scale this, through advertising, marketing, through a better way is through sharing or viral. Everybody wants to be the viral video. The problem is most people that make one viral video can't make 100 of them. Okay, number 5, all leads are worth something. So let's say I got 20 million leads. And let's say those 20 million leads pay me $150 million. But only 165,000 of them paid me. 165,000 people paid me $150 million, and I had 20 million of them. What should I be measuring right here? Everybody help me out with the math. What is a lead worth? 150 million divided by 20 million. I sure wish it was the other way.
$7.50 or something?
Yeah, every lead is worth $7.50 to me. Okay, every lead is worth $7.50. Now, my accounting person is going to tell me that 165,000 people paid me $150 million. I'm going to be like, no, bro, 20 million people paid me $150 million. Okay, every one of these people converted. I learned this when I was a salesperson. I was 26 years old. And I said, that guy just paid me $600. He's like, no, the 10 people before you paid you $600. I made $600 on a customer. That guy didn't pay you, bro. It was the 9 rejections before that paid you. Because if you don't go through the first 9, you don't get to number 10. See the shift? Now I'm paying attention to everybody, not somebody. Okay? Number 6, measure and stat new lead generation. Now, your sales team, if you leave it up to them, they will not collect stats on all leads. They're only going to collect the stats on the sold leads. Number 7, Cheaper to generate leads today than ever in the history of planet Earth. This has never been easier, simpler, or cheaper. So for you guys that are complaining about leads on Facebook, you do not need to buy ads on Facebook if you don't want to. Number 8, customer management systems. You need a CRM, some customer management system to collect this lead traffic. You cannot do this with a pencil and a piece of paper anymore. Number 9, you need to use AI. AI is a tremendous way to generate marketing attention, okay? Watch, I'm gonna show you how I would do that, other than just asking it a question. I'm asking ChatGPT. How much money has Grant Cardone of Cardone Capital raised for real estate investing? Grant Cardone, through Cardone Capital, has raised $600 million for real estate investing. Cardone Capital focuses on multifamily real estate investments, often targeting accredited and non-accredited investors for their projects. Now, why am I reading this to you right now? I'm using AI to substantiate to you what I've done. They're only off by $800 million. So, now I could use AI to write the copy. I could use AI to come up with the graphics, the images, the ideas, the different ways to promote it, all kind of different ways. Number 10, social media. You might not like Instagram or Facebook or X. I know a lot of you don't even pay attention to X. X had more traffic last month than all of Facebook had. Okay? They also had more traffic than all of Instagram had. So you guys could not pay attention to it because you're not paying attention to it, but it's working. So I just go wherever the traffic is. Okay, now lead management. How are you going to manage the leads once you get a lead? Okay, page 32. This is called the 2% rule. 2% rule suggests that you're only going to close about 2% of all your lead traffic. Now that number is going to be different for every company. That number for me is 0.00825%. Okay, number 2. Bringing in new leads.
Yeah, every week you got to be bringing in new leads.
Yeah. You need to perpetually bring in new leads. Okay, now Jeremy Gabbert, if you're watching Jeremy, big shout out to you. Jeremy wants to squeeze the leads off because his team can't handle them all. So he's like, no, we don't need new leads. We need to do a better job. Okay, sounds non-survival to me, but keep trying that. All right, like at some point, dude, like like Moby Dick. Okay, you guys know the story of Moby Dick. Brandon, you know the story of Moby Dick? Did you read the book Moby Dick?
No, never read it.
Oh, he didn't read the book, okay? So he's a good dude, but he didn't read Moby Dick. So the guy goes out, he catches a freaking monster, Moby Dick. He didn't know how to bring it home. So the story, basically the what's it called? The parable of the story.
The purpose of the story.
Is to, hey, dude, don't go out and catch something you can't bring home. Okay. Could be true, but fuck. Moby Dick! He's got a great story.
Let's
okay?
try.
You know, it's a story, bro. We wouldn't have the story had the dude not gone out and done that. So I'd rather have the story than not have the story. So remember, you got to keep bringing new leads in. The fact that you can't service them does not matter in the beginning. Collect the lead, get the lead, apologize to them if you need to, okay? Make another note here on number 2. Bro, complaints are the best leads in the world. The best lead is a complaint lead. You're not servicing me. You're not getting to me. God dang, I filled out your thing on the genetic test freaking 3 months ago. I still don't have my results. Okay, we got you. We're getting there, dude. Number 3, nurturing new leads. Number 4, stay relevant to the leads that you have. Number 5, email management strategies. How many emails we sent out last year?
Almost 1 billion.
Almost 1 billion emails, without exaggeration. Somebody's going to hear that and say, there's no way they sent 1 billion emails out. Okay.
If they signed up for this, they probably got 7 emails in the last 24 hours to show up.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Number 6, nurturing buyers and non-buyers. They are different, and they need to be nurtured differently. Number 7, offer launches and follow-up strategies. Okay. Your lead management and your offers. For instance, the offer today for you guys was what? Free. Free is a price, by the way. Okay, you guys understand free is a price. Free has a value. I still needed to get your time. You had to show up. 94,000 people registered for something free. Then there's free that shows up. Okay, about 10,000 people showed up today. Maybe 12,000, maybe 13,000 because people are rotating in. We don't have that exact number. Okay, so only 1/9 of the people that signed up showed up. By the way, this was free too. They gave time. These people didn't give me time. These people, it was free to register and they didn't use my time. This was the best exchange for me, not the people that came in and showed up. Now, if you showed up, you're the only ones that can actually take advantage of this offer, this opportunity at $297, where I give you the $297 back and I give you the refund. Okay, you're the only ones, by the way, this group right here, A, B, C. This is the only group that steals this opportunity for me today. These guys did not take advantage of the opportunity. These guys paid the most. Okay? These guys are the best lead. It is A that is the best lead for me. You got something registered and then didn't take advantage of my time. You guys got something for free, showed up, got my time for free. Won't remember 99% of this, okay? You probably cheated the most, by the way. The people that showed up, watched this, didn't take advantage of it. These people are the only people that steal this opportunity from me. Now, there's a fourth group that comes out of this that you guys don't know about yet. You remember those 93,967 people that showed up? Okay. 83,000 of them are going to get sent something. They're going to get sent something because a lot of you ask, and we've even had phone calls into, why is Cardone doing this thing for free, man? He gives me, it's only $297. Shit, I'd pay $3,000. They're paying $5,000 to go to Brandon's thing. I'd pay more money than $297. Then he's going to give me a credit at the store for $297, and then he's going to give me my money back if I don't like it. And then he gave me a $3,000 program and the networking group and the strategy call and the 7-figure coaching. He gave up. Why is he doing all that? Because what you guys don't understand is I'm going to take this program today, remarket this for $3,000. I'm just telling you exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to sell 1% of these people that program for $3,000. I'll sell 800 sets of today's program. Let's say I don't hit 1%, I only do 0.5%. That's 400 at $3,000. That'll be $1.2 million. Same program that you're watching right now, the same program that you guys in Group C stole. It's ridiculous. You're like, dude, I didn't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. It's ridiculous if I don't do it. Okay? So you understand there's 4 groups of people here. A group, they basically gave me their data. B group, the B group is I came, I watched, I saw, I did nothing. The third group steals the program, no problem with us. Okay, it funded some of our advertising to build leads, okay, to the fourth group to figure out my offer or my launch and my follow-up strategy, number 7. Number 7 on page 32 or 22. Can't quite see that. 32, sorry, 32. So that's where my offer comes for these people. By the way, how many of you think I can sell half of 1%? Just give me a yes to $3,000. How many believe I can sell a half of 1% of 80,000 people with follow-up, a $3,000 program? Look at this. This is the math. This is what we want to build out for you. This is what we will when you guys start going through this program.
GrantCardone.com/go.
You know, maybe you're in a beauty salon. You're doing hair extensions right now. You're like, I'm a single mom doing hair extensions right now. Yeah, but you could be doing this. We could build another business for you that generates more income for you and your family right now than the hair extensions does for you right now. You just gotta think different now. But first it starts with what? The idea. I want freedom. Okay? Freedom is not paying your debt off. Freedom is getting so much money, you're not worried about your debt anymore. Freedom is not paying your house off. Freedom is, I got so much money coming in every month, I can pay whatever I want, whenever I want. Number 8, this is called the 80-20 rule. And it basically suggests that you have to make 8 to 12 touches on an unsold customer to convert them one time. I have put this one strategy into a company that resulted in $1 billion of new revenue, furniture business, when they said, dude, I had no idea. My people had no idea that you had to contact somebody 8 times just to get them back on the phone one time, and maybe 12 times to get them to actually convert. Once we knew that, Grant, we were no longer expecting one call closes, okay? All right, now, all this results, all these leads, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're only on 4 now. What did we do? We had a target. We marketed to the target, right? We got a lead. We're going to follow the lead up. And number 5, we're going to sell the lead. Convert, sell, and generate revenue. Until this happens, you don't have financial planning. Now, these are all going to mush together. Actually, it's going to not mush. It's going to work as a system. It's just going to be a very vibrant, powerful, strong, accelerated, smooth-running system once you groove in the exact order. Okay. So what did I do? I got a target, man. I want to raise $25 million. I'm going to raise $25 million, and I got to do it in 45 days. It starts with the target. Okay. Okay. I got to market to the target. Whatever, I got to market, I got to tell people on social media, on X, on advertising, radios, webinars, interviews, speaking engagements. Then I'm going to get leads. Then I got to manage the lead. Okay, well, maybe there's one guy gave me $10 million yesterday. $5 million on Monday, $3 million next week, or $8 million next week, and then $2 million before the 45 days. Made a commitment. He's going to do it. Now I'm not at $10 million anymore. Now I'm at $15 million. And that keeps crushing it down, keep marketing the lead. Then I got to manage the lead. I got to go manage the guy that hadn't given me the money yet, that said he would, and then I got to manage my team to make sure we go do these other things. If I got to jump in the mix and help it out, boom. But we go get this target. This is one of many targets I have, by the way. You guys can work endless numbers of targets. Study Elon Musk, man. He's working on rockets. He's working on cars. He's working on robots. He's working on tunnels.
Brain chips.
He's working on neural links. He's got 12 kids. And dealing with his own, and doing an 8-hour interview with
Lex.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, he can do it, I can do it, man. Quit making excuses that you don't have enough time. You don't have enough commitment. Time is not your problem. Commitment is your problem. Excuses are your way out. Okay, now I make a sale. Now I get revenue. Okay, now here's where you guys have to become experts. First of all, you're going to have to be an expert on targets. You're going to have to be an expert on commitments. You're going to have to be an expert on freaking not letting go, not letting up, not quitting. And if you're not an expert in those things, you need to get around a guy that's an expert. Somebody would be like, oh, you're going to be an expert, bro. Okay? Anybody that works out every day at 66 years old, works out every day, and eats the way I do, and you can do 16 pull-ups too. But you'd have to get in there and do the first one. And then the second one. You'd have to get some support, okay? Now, what is a sale? A sale is an exchange of a commodity or service for money. I'm giving you guys, this is a sale. I'm going to give you this stupid offer today. The money and finance, the 7 figures, the book, the hat, the water bottle, the strategy called the networking group. I'm going to deliver 2 days live to you in 3 weeks. I'm going to coach you in between for the next 3 weeks. I'm going to give it all to you. It's stupid, right? It's a ridiculous offer. For $297, I'm going to give you a credit at our store for $297. And if that's not enough, I'm going to give you your money back if you're not happy. No questions asked. That converts to a sale. Congratulations. Everybody that did it already, I said I'm going to send you the hat and the book out. Okay? Now, I made a sale. Let's say I made a sale. The lead converted becomes a sale. Okay, you want to make a note here. Okay, you want to make notes. We're on page 34. Until a sale, number 2, until a sale is made, there is no service that has been provided. Remember this group of people I told you about back here? Free and they didn't show up. Free and no show. Free and showed up. You guys that are watching right now, okay? Free and converted, these people get the best value. Because these people get nothing. They're like, oh, man, that was so good. Okay, and in fact, we're going to ask you guys to do something for us today. What's the review?
GrantCardone.com/review.
Okay, I'm going to ask everybody, and by the way, I'm going to give away something today for everybody that does this. I'm giving you our playbook, okay? Now, look, guys, I probably have more other coaches and mentors and educators and teachers and online influencers, whatever that is, watch my material to copy what I'm doing than anybody else in the world, okay? We produce more revenue in webinars and educational than any other group in the world, okay? Nobody's even close to what we produce here. We have people register for these events and watch everything we're doing, record the whole thing to try to figure out what we're doing. I'll tell you what we're doing, okay? I already told you the plan. Won't matter, dude, if you give up. We just never give up here, okay? So until a sale is made, I'm not actually being a service to you guys. So now, for those of you who don't take advantage, this group right here, who don't take advantage of the free today, for whatever reason, you're like, too good to be true, can't be this good, promised I wasn't gonna buy anything, whatever you came up with, okay? I'm gonna ask you to do something for me right now so that you feel good about being here right now. I want you to go to, can you show it on the screen, Johnny? GrantCardone.com, GrantCardone.com/review. GrantCardone.com/review. And what are the choices on that page, Johnny?
They just go through and they
Got
can
it. I'm gonna put it up right
drop
now.
a review in.
Okay. Because I'm gonna give away some free stuff to everybody that does this today. GrantCardone.com. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you guys. I'm gonna give.
Why don't we give them that?
I'm gonna give them away.
That sales IQ test.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna give you. Yeah, if you guys would just go in here, start, put your first name, last name. I'm gonna go ahead and review myself right now. I'm gonna review. Did you review me yet, Jared?
I'm reviewing you right now.
We're reviewing, man. Let me see how many we can get, okay? Now we need to get, I'm gonna give everybody here an IQ test for free to determine the IQ of your sales department. I put in the wrong email address. Okay. Done. Okay, how would you rate? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, would you rate? I'm going to go ahead and give myself a 10 today because I'm freaking good. Okay.
Shoot, that's what I did too.
What'd you learn?
I was like, man, I learned how to blow up any business. Grant Cardone's the man. 7 steps, that's all you need.
Dude, brilliant. Smiley face. I agree to the testimonial consent waiver. Okay? Let's see how many of these we can get, all right? Okay, now I'm showing you exactly what you guys should be doing in your business right now. Okay, now for everyone that fills this out, I'm gonna give you what's called a sales IQ test. We built this for our best corporate customers to determine the weaknesses, strengths and weaknesses of the sales and marketing team at their company. By the way, if you're a marketer, you must understand sales. And if you're a salesperson, you must understand marketing. And this is one of the things that we implement for our consulting company. We do about, I've had some of the largest auto manufacturers in the world pay us millions of dollars to come into their company and rework how they sold, presented, handled phone calls, and marketed to their customers, okay? So you guys have had enough time. They had enough time to do that, okay? If you did it, GrantCardone.com/review, everybody that's done it, just put a done if you did the review, put a done. I'm gonna give everybody here a link. No, I'm gonna give everybody here that's done it access.
We have the ability to track that.
Number 3. This is on page 34. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for doing that, okay? Now, what did I just do here? And why did I do that? Because remember what I told you about this second group of people? Free didn't show up. They don't remember they didn't show up. You understand? Let me just write this down again. So it's group A, free and no show. You guys understand? This is the group we make our money on, okay? B, free. didn't accept the offer. They didn't take the opportunity. What I just did was I just got you to do a review, because when people don't take advantage of something, they don't feel good about something. So when you go into a store and you look around the store and you leave, you actually don't feel good about it. When you go into a store and you buy stuff, you feel better about the store. I like this place, man. These cool people here, man. When you walk into Target, you spend 40 minutes there walking around looking at stuff and you leave, you feel like, I hate this place. They hate me. Nobody serviced me. Everything's overpriced. They don't have good stuff. See, so what I'm trying to do is give you an exchange with me, right? Because until, this is by definition, until a sale converts, you have not provided value to the client. So that when you guys come in here free, but you have yet to take advantage of the offer X, you didn't buy it, you X'd it, then what I'm gonna do is get you to have a review so that you're in exchange with me and feel good. And then, because this group right here, dude, they came in for free, took advantage of the opportunity, okay? Trust me, we do not get complaints from these people. Guess where we get complaints from? This group right here. We never get complaints from people that buy from me. We get complaints about people talking about me that weren't even here, this group. Oh man, you keep sending me emails. Bro, the only reason I sent you emails is because you didn't come. So we get complaints here, but almost no complaints from these people. The next group, okay, when these guys are gonna get a chance to be a buyer again, at $3,000, by the way. These people are like, you sent me too many emails, man. You sent me too many emails. And then we're going to send them this offer in 30 days. They're going to feel great about it. They're going to feel better about it, by the way, than this group does. Our reviews from this group at $3,000 are better than this group at $297. Okay? This is brilliant, guys. If you get, like, I'm just telling you, I'm unloading the book. I'm showing you exactly our blueprint that we have done to produce for 12 years now. Double and triple years of revenue. Okay, number 4, all buyers are buyers. This entire group of people, all 93,000 are buyers. They're not buyers. They're not buyers. They're all buyers, okay? They're all qualified and they're all buyers. By the way, everybody buys. Everybody that didn't show up today is somewhere else doing something else, buying something. Okay, number 5, your offer has to have urgency. Okay, what does that mean? That means when this is over, in 19 minutes?
29.
19.
Okay.
In 19, because I got some place to go today. Okay. In 19 minutes, okay, when this is over, it's over. I'm not going to offer it. I'm not going to extend it. I'm not going to give it to you again. Everything that's included in this, the money and finance, the networking group, the strategy call. How many strategy calls can we give away today?
Let me see how many we had booked.
And what are they supposed to do in the strategy call?
Yeah, so basically on the strategy call, what's going to happen is you're going to get on the phone with one of our coaches. It's a free call. And what they're going to do is they're going to take an evaluation of your current situation, where you're at, strengths, weaknesses, and they're going to make 3 to 5 recommendations for you in your business of things that you can implement immediately that will cost you nothing to implement that will impact your revenue. So it's a free call to give you some additional tips and things that you specifically can do.
And they'll also talk to you about what in the money and finance course to be paying attention to. And second, how to get set up for this live interactive event we're going to be doing in 20 days. Okay? All right? So page 34. Number 6. Sales is the lifeblood of your organization and your household. Okay, if you guys aren't getting new sales, your household is going to suffer. I gave you a number earlier. Average income of a master's degree graduate, 6 years, in America is $86,000 a year. That's the average income. Okay? If you guys think that higher education is the way to freedom, you're wrong. 6 years, 86 grand. I had to spend 6 years without income. Okay, I can show anybody how to make $86,000 in a year. You do not need an education to make 86 grand a year. And if you live in Miami, you better make more than $86,000. And if you don't, you better figure out how to make more than $86,000, because if you don't, you're going to end up with 0 every year. Number 7, sales is secondary to the leads and third to the marketing. So we go like this: marketing, leads, sales. All right, number 8. Majority of all sales are made between 8 and 12 contacts. First impressions, by the way, are not the most important thing.
Yeah, and
continued impressions are more important than first impressions.
We work with tens of thousands of businesses.
Yeah.
And the amount of businesses that when they get a lead or they're trying to go get a deal that call somebody once or twice and then move on is probably 95% of the businesses that we come in contact with are only making 1 to 2 calls. So just think about this. This is a stat that's proven over millions and millions of sales leads, transactions,
billions
records.
of dollars.
Yeah, it's a massive research study that was done.
I don't care who you are. You're Ernst Young, you're Google, you're Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, you're top of the food chain, bottom of the food chain, something in between, multi-level marketing, retail, cold calls, solar, roofing, HVAC, doctors, lawyers, cosmetics. I don't care. You pick it. You will never see that number change.
Yep, and so like the idea of, man, you got to call somebody 8 times. Like, how many leads have you called once a day, every single day for 8 days straight?
Yeah, you guys run out of things to talk about. And never do this. Hey, I'm calling to follow you up. That's not why you're calling. You need 12 reasons to call somebody, and all of them should be different. Okay, number 9, second sale is the most profitable and the easiest of all the other sales. Okay, the second sale is the easiest sale. What percentage of the people that showed up today have already taken advantage of 3 sales? Can somebody get me that number, Rhett? Maybe you can give me that number. First the VIP and then the conversion, the opportunity.
Okay.
Again, guys, I'm showing you what we do to show you what you can do. There's no target you guys can pick. You can pick $1 billion target. I can show you exactly how to get to $1 billion. You know why I know I can do that? Because I did that for myself. So I'm not going to tell you I can get to 10 billion. I believe I can get to 10 billion. I hadn't done that yet. And I'm not going to teach a course on it until I do that. But I know I have the strategies, the plan. I know there's some parts of my deal that are broken for me to go from 1 to 10. But I know they're broken. So I know I have to fix some things to get to 10 and then to 100. Number 10, sales process should be simple and transparent. Like everything I'm telling you. I'm showing you guys our process right now. Who was Wanker? Okay. All right. Managing the revenue. Now, what do I do with the revenue? Okay. Okay.
So now you've gotten attention, you're getting leads, you're managing the leads, you've converted the lead, and now what you have to focus on is you have to focus on managing the revenue. So all those sales are going to happen between yourself if you're the only salesperson. Hopefully you start adding a team of people around you. Now you have to start managing all of that activity. You have to manage the revenue generation that's happening in the business, and that happens through people.
Yeah, and this is where your finance, accounting, cash flow, budgets. But notice most of your companies, most of you guys that run a company, you have managing cash flow and budgets and accounting senior to the sales department. Okay, sales department is responsible for all the revenue. Okay, now this sales IQ page, they were supposed to put that on the page before with.
They have it in there later because I thought we were showing it in a different place. Yeah.
Salespeople, notes on this. Number 1, salespeople do not cost the organization money. You must build a sales team. Number 2. 3, always be recruiting for salespeople. But we don't have salespeople. Recruit for salespeople. I don't care if you have them or not. Recruit for salespeople. Well, I'm an engineer. Recruit for salespeople. I'm a doctor. Recruit for salespeople. I'm a chiropractor. Recruit for salespeople. I'm in cosmetology. Recruit for salespeople. Salespeople don't cost money, folks. Salespeople bring money in. Okay. Number 4, always be hiring new salespeople. Number 5, you have to develop and train salespeople. Even if they're 1099 or they're multi-level marketing, you've got to train salespeople. Okay. Number 6, compensation drives behavior. You need to compensate people so they're willing to make sales, willing to make 8 to 12 phone calls, willing to go through rejection. I took you got the Sabrina phone call? I gave my daughter Sabrina, she's 10 years old at the time. I gave her 27 calls to make. You know what the brutal part of 27 phone calls was to make? If you guys can tell me what the hard part of sales really is, I'm going to give $100 to the first person with the right answer. Now, we've done this with groups of people with studies. It is not rejection. No, it is not rejection. Okay, there it is. There's the answer. Lucas, I owe you $100. No answer. It was no answer in a phone call. My daughter's like,
My name's Raymond.
Nobody's answering the phone. What is that, guys?
I think he's got the video up.
Okay. Does she? Okay, there it is. Go ahead and play it. This is a 10-year-old
Hello,
kid.
Raymond. This is Sabrina Cardone.
Hey, Sabrina. I can't see.
Sabrina Cardone, how do I know you?
Grant Cardone's daughter.
Huh?
Grant Cardone's daughter.
Grant Cardone's daughter.
Grant Cardone's daughter.
Okay. Really keep the speech up there. Keep the volume up. Okay.
This is
Okay, let me hear it again. Try it again.
Hey,
Hello.
this is about.
My name's Raymond. I'm on the list.
But we had.
Go ahead.
Hello, Raymond. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Who's this?
This is Sabrina Cardone, Grant Cardone's daughter.
Okay. What's up, Sabrina?
The reason I'm calling is I wanted to ask why you haven't yet purchased a 10x12 conference seat.
Purchased a what?
A 10x12 conference seat for this year.
Oh, well, because I'm just waiting, I'm waiting for the best deal. I'm waiting for the best deal.
Well, we have deals for 1,000, 500, and 10,000.
1,000, 5,000, and 10,000.
10,000, 5,000, and 1,000.
Okay.
I think we might also have one for 2,000.
I think we got a 2,500, 5,000, and 10,000. That's fine. You make the phone call. Let's make some phone calls.
2,500?
Okay, let's call some
Okay.
people.
Tell me the prices, please.
Put this number in here. No, don't worry about that. Let's just get them interested.
First, tell me the prices.
Hey, if I get the price, if we, I'm gonna have somebody call you back with the price. I just want to know why you hadn't done it yet. That's your only job right here, to find out why people have not bought. Okay, let's call this number 425.
Wait, one moment.
Hit it.
One moment, please.
Okay.
We're good. Okay, so what is the point? This kid's 10 years old right here, okay? I did some little training with her. I gave her a script. She's calling back people that didn't buy. Said, all I need you to ask is, hey, this is Sabrina. I'm Grant Cardone's daughter. I need to know why you haven't bought yet. Okay, that's all I need to know. Okay, then, well, I didn't know there was an event going on. Okay, my kid sold 3 seats out of 27 phone calls. She raised $30,000 that day. Simple call. Anybody can make this. By the way, this is what you guys should be teaching your kids right now. She's 10. She's learned how to think in the moment. She's learned how to respond. She's moving through rejection. She's learning how to copy a script. She's learning how to take an order. Very, very simple. She's not going to be taught that in schools. She's going to be taught that because she was homeschooled by her papa, Papa G. Okay, I'm proud of that call, by the way. Johnny, I need that video because I want to show it to her today. I'm so proud of her right there.
I'll send it to you right now.
Yeah, okay. Guys, look, this is what it's all about, man. It's about you guys going out and building something so your kids don't have to do what you did, right? So your kids are proud of what you're doing every day. My daughter hit me today. Man, I miss you, Papa. Okay, so they want to be with you because you're having fun and you're not as stressed and you're enjoying life and having adventures. Okay, now where am I at here, Jared? All buyers are buyers. Your offer must have urgency. It's got to end. So at some point, it's like, okay, today only, or this is going to end in 72, whatever. Sales is the lifeblood of the organization. Sales is secondary only to leads. The majority of sales are made between 8 and 12 contacts. Second sales is the easiest. Did you give me the numbers? How many VIPs?
We had coming in.
Yeah. How many did you tell me we had earlier?
It was
2,000?
6,000.
6,000
out of 90. 95.
Out of the 15% of all the people that showed up here today, is that right? No. 6,000 would be, it'd be 6% of the audience that came here today had already bought a second sale before the event started, okay? And number 12, salespeople, the sales process should be simple.
You need to go back a slide.
And transparent.
Up
Why?
here, you need to go back. Because you didn't do this one.
Yeah, I did.
You just.
Okay. Managing revenue. Okay, now we got revenue. We're on page 36 now. I was on page 34, dude. Okay, weirdo. Okay, salespeople do not cost the organization money. Okay, 2. No.
You must build a sales team.
You got to build a sales team. I just did this, dude.
No, you just did this one.
Okay, good. Okay, now I'm managing operations. Really what I'm doing is managing revenue and the operations so I can prepare to scale, okay? Salespeople do not, let me see this. Salespeople do not cost the organization money, okay? You must build out a sales team. Bro, I did this. 5, constantly develop salespeople. Training and education. That's what I was just doing with my daughter. Okay. 6, compensation drives behavior. I actually compensated her for that. Number 7, products and services must complement the sales IQ. This is why we want to give you guys that sales IQ test for doing the review. Okay, product and service, the offer has to complement the kid. I didn't give my kid anything heavier than her sales IQ. Right? So many sales organizations have people selling a $100,000 product, and the IQ of the individual is like 100 grand, bro. I can't even carry $200. So you guys have to get, like, our products are lined up to match the IQ of our sales team. Okay, I have free. Anybody can carry free. I mean, not everybody. Sometimes free is a hard thing to convert people on because it's not trustworthy. You're like, why are you going to do it for free? I told you guys why I'm doing it for free. Now you trust me. But as long as it's like, it can't be. It's too good to be true. Nobody does anything free. Okay, yeah, actually, a lot of things are free. Everything. There's plenty of things you can get for free.
And just because it's free doesn't mean it's good.
It doesn't mean it's good, and it doesn't mean it doesn't come with some obligation, okay? But a lot of people do not want free. They were brought, don't take anything for free. Like, I don't want free. Like, if you offered me, hey, Grant, man, if you give me 15 minutes, I'll give you lunch. I'm not interested, dude, okay? Like, I don't need the lunch. I'd rather just give you the 15 minutes, because if I do 15 minutes and lunch, now I'm really out something.
Yeah.
What if I don't like you? Number 8, marketing needs to complement the sales offer. So I can't make an offer here, this $5 million, if the sales IQ is 20. I can't expect somebody to sell $5 million offer if they can't carry the water like I was doing with my daughter. That's why you got to simplify the scripts and the offer. It's exactly what I did with my daughter, by the way. Number 9, you got to get an onboarding sales process. You need to onboard people and onboarding through your products. Selling a $200 offer is different than a $2,000 offer, different than a $20,000 offer, that's different one time, that's different than a recurring offer for 3 or 4 years. You guys should all have recurring revenue projects, okay? See, watch. How many ways can I get to $1 million? I could get one person to give me $1 million. One person, one time. Or I could get, how many people do I need to give me $833 a month? Or $83 a month, Jared? $83 a month. 83 times 12.
1,000?
No, let me see. $1 million.
Yeah, 83.
Divided by, huh?
Yeah, 83.
Yeah.
Times 1,000 times 12.
Yeah, I need like 1,000 people, right? 1,004 people. Is that right? Times $83 times 12. Yeah. If I get one person to give me $1 million, or I can get 1,000 people to give me $83 a month. It's the same $1 million, okay? Or I could get 83 people to give me $1,004 a month. This would actually be the easier one. I'd rather get 83 people give me $1,000 a month, 12 months in a row. Now, what's the product? What's the product? What's the product? What are you going to do for $1 million for one person? It's going to be a heavy lift, okay? Number 10, sales managers are required. You cannot have salespeople without having a sales manager. Managing sales is different than making sales, okay? All right, I know I gave you guys a bunch today. We hadn't even gotten to the scaling yet. Scaling's where you get your freedom, okay? Scaling's where I get to go on a boat for 2 weeks, okay? Scaling's where I get to go travel. I don't have to be in the business anymore. I'm running the business without being stuck in the business. Scaling is the process, if you're taking notes, 38, the process of growing something while maintaining and increasing the profitability. All right? Scaling, notes here, is not something you guess at, it's a science. In fact, I'll show you how much of a science it is, okay? Scaling is a precise science, and by the way, it's not a choice, it is absolutely mandatory to your survival. I've heard influencers say it online, scaling's not meant for everybody. Trust me, folks, scaling is necessary for everyone. You have to scale. If you don't scale, you will not survive. If this graph doesn't go up, this graph will fall. Flat scales always fall. Flat graphs always fall, okay? You have to grow. You either grow or you go. If your company doesn't grow, it's going to go. Did you see Intel yesterday?
Yeah, 27%.
One of the greatest companies in the world, man, got slaughtered yesterday. They're trying to do too many different things in too many spaces. Okay? Anybody can run out of money. Number 3, scaling is an organized commitment to expand despite chaos. I'm going to expand into chaos, okay? Joe Biden, in the last 2 weeks, he's not going to be the president anymore. Now we got Kamala. Then we had Trump. Trump shooting. I got 2 guys in Iran have been killed. Lebanon's going off. Freaking Iran's about to go off. Like Ukraine and Russia's going off. It's insane right now. 66 years I've been around, I've never seen this much insanity. How can you still scale your business through the chaos? This is like this is what separates, the good to the great. Like, it's in terrible times. You know the word chaos actually stands for in China? Chaos means opportunity in Chinese. Okay, number 4. Scaling requires financial planning and budgets. You now have to become astute at finances. That's why I want you to learn this first, because you're going to use it last, so that you can expand your empire. Okay? Hey, if you guys are committed to expanding, building an empire, let me just see that in the chat. Build an empire. Okay? If you're committed to building an empire. Let's go, man. That's what we're talking about. Let's build an empire, folks. Okay? You got to quit worrying about how much money you're saving. I need a tip. I need a compensation. I need a bonus. I need time off. Okay? No, bro, what you need is an empire. You need an empire. And like my wife says, you're either building one or you're tearing one down. There's nothing in between. You're doing one or the other. Because if you're going to just be status quo, you're going to end up living in somebody else's empire. Number 5, streamlining. By the way, Jared's building his own empire, and he works with me. We can both build empires. Or he can help me build one and then take it over. I'm not going to keep doing this forever. Okay, number 5, streamlining. That made him happy. Number 5, streamlining operations to maximize profits. He's like, I can't wait. Okay, number 5, streamlining operations to maximize the profits. Number 6, scaling is managing and reinvesting finances. How many of you know people that didn't keep scaling, and what they did was they retired, now they manage the money? Okay, so you go from earning. You're an earner, you retire, and now you have to manage. You're managing money. You're now, okay, you don't have any more income. The income stopped. Now, if you'd have scaled, the income wouldn't have stopped. The income would go on forever. You could retire, you could die. And this should continue. This would be the goal, by the way. The goal would be, I'm going to die, and the income continues. It's called generational wealth. I don't need to be here. I don't need to be in the office. I don't need to be behind the desk. I don't need to be in the office. I don't need to be in town. I can be anywhere on the planet. Shit, I don't even need to be alive. Oh, woo, 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 woo. See, you guys didn't have that in your targets today. You had 10 million, a billion. Yeah, but what about that? Infinite amounts of money that is indestructible long into the future. Different target. Okay. Number 7, scaling is the only way to exit your position in the business.
I mean, that's the goal, right? So depending on where you're at. Like right now, you maybe just be thinking, I gotta get out of square one.
You're a single mom. You're a waitress. You're not thinking about generational wealth. You shouldn't be, by the way. You could think about it, but right now you need to think about, I'm making 60 grand.
I need to get to
15,000 in tips that I'm hiding. Okay, if Trump gets in, you don't have to pay taxes on the tips. I think that's pretty cool. All right, you guys that are retiring right now, you got a different problem. Okay, Trump wants to not tax your Social Security. It shouldn't be taxed, by the way. It's already been taxed. You shouldn't tax it again. When I withdraw the money, I shouldn't be taxed on money that I already paid in, dude. Like, I already paid. I don't want to be taxed. But either way, on the low end of the spectrum where you're just beginning, or the end of the spectrum where you're running out of time, right? Either way, you should end up with infinite money. The way the programs are built today, like if you guys were going to join me in the next 3 weeks to start learning about money and finance and financial freedom.
GrantCardone.com/go.
Yeah, GrantCardone.com/go, okay? Maybe they have the link up in Ustream or whatever, okay? Just consider this. for 30 years, you contributed to an IRA, a retirement program, 401k, a Roth. To get to 63 years old or 65, what is the date now?
IRA.
You were forced by the federal government to withdraw 4% a year. You guys know that, right? Okay, 4% a year for 25 years. So this gives you until 90. Yeah, 90, okay? You were forced to, you don't have the choice. This was your money. You put in that program, your money. You did not have access to that money for 35 years. For 35 years, that money was sent to Wall Street. Now, what did Wall Street do? They didn't sit on the money. They used the money. And you were rewarded, okay, we're not going to tax you on the increase, but when you turn 65 or 63, what's the number?
This says age 72 is when you take required minimum distributions, and if you go before 59 and a half, you get penalty.
Okay, so if you go before 59, we're going to penalize you. They could have used your money for 27 years or 29 years or 30 years, okay? I started a retirement account when I was 20 years old. I've since converted it, so I self-direct. But at 72, they're going to force you to pull out 4% a year. At 25 years, 25 times 4 is 100%. That means at the end of the 25 years, let's see, what age is that, Jared? 72?
60, just say 60.
No,
72, yeah, 72.
72.
97, yeah.
72, so.
97.
97. You're 97 years old. You're like, 97? Dude, I ain't going to live till I'm 97. Oh, trust me. You're going to see people live until 110, 115, 120 years old. You're going to see that happen. There's no way technology doesn't allow people to start. The knees are going to be different. The ankles are going to be different. You're not going to have people breaking their hips because there's going to be robotics. Okay, you will live longer. Now, whether you have anything to live to and whether you have anything to pass on to, imagine this. How much money does this guy have to, if he had to withdraw 4% a year for 25 years, what does he have left in that retirement account? Nothing. Zero. Does that sound like a plan to you guys? Because that's the plan that's taught in this country. And Vanguard is worth trillions of dollars. What's Vanguard worth today? Fidelity's worth $7 trillion, okay? Charles Schwab, $3 trillion.
Vanguard, market cap.
8 trillion, 9 trillion?
Well, that's just, let me do AUM.
Yeah.
Vanguard, AUM. 7.2 trillion.
$7 trillion, okay? Like these numbers are off the
BlackRock, 9.1 trillion.
9 trillion.
Charles Schwab,
all that is retirement money, by the way. Most of that is retirement money. And guess who else is going to win? The IRS wins the whole time. The IRS gets to bang you, just beat the hell out of you because they're forcing you to withdraw your money now that Wall Street's had it for 30 years to grow. Now, I'm not telling you this is terrible. I'm telling you this is the truth. This is happening. You need to learn something different so you can scale your job. Waitress, waiter, bellman, engineer, webinar guy, influencer, teacher, doctor, lawyer, whatever the hell you did, dude, sooner or later you ain't gonna be able to do it. Okay? And I want to show you the way to get out of it. All right? Okay. Roadmap to $1 million. Okay? This is called breakpoints.
This is a really simple formula you can look at from 0 to $1 million. It basically says, based on your revenue, who you need. So from 0 to 200K, you're the everything person. That's what the owner-producer means. From 2 to 400K, you add a coordinator. This is a
That's why I said this is a science.
This is a facilitator to help you do your job because under 400K, you can't afford 2 full-time employees. Assuming you're operating at $200,000 of revenue per employee, which is a metric that we, a minimum metric that we would operate on. 400 to 600K, you're adding an additional producer, so a salesperson now. An integrator operator at 600 to 800K, somebody that can start managing the activity. And then a finance operator, 800K to
only when you get to 800 to $1 million. Now that's just the first million. Then we're going to go 0 to 125 million. There's another break points for 125 million to $1 billion. But you guys need the science of this, okay? If you don't have it, you don't have it. They're not teaching it in schools, okay?
And all the data behind these breakpoint slides is all backed by a 5-year data project that cost about $4.5 million that looked at 10,000 small businesses, some that failed and a very small percentage that succeeded at a high level, and basically looked at what they did, when they did what they did, and what was the result of it. And so
from
basically,
startup
Yeah, basically from zero, from startup all the way up through $125 million in revenue, they identified these 7 breakpoints. And predictably, without fail, guaranteed will happen, as your business grows, you will reach these breakpoints. You will get to a point where the business can no longer operate at the same way that it was operating to get you to the level that you're at. Now, this is going to happen for a lot of people. So if you're an employee right now and you're trying to go from 60K to 150K, you have to change your mode of operation. Once you get to 150K, if you want to get to $1 million, you're probably going to have to own a business, which means you're going to have to learn a new operating process.
Or become an investor in a business. Like I skipped, when I was 30 years old, I skipped breakpoint 0, 1, 2, and 3. I moved straight to 3 by making investments and rather than trying to grow my business. Because we're going through a contraction, and these breakpoints also concern time. When you're going through contraction, it's easy to go buy businesses rather than expand your business. You could actually go purchase businesses for nothing because you have people in trouble. During COVID was another opportunity. Like I scaled big time during contractions because you got a lot of people around you hurting. But rather than being so technical, I want to bring some people in. Is Alan on?
Yeah, Alan's on.
Let's bring Alan on. These are some people that we've actually serviced, worked with, partnered with to help walk through some of these breakpoints. Alan, great to have you here, man.
What's up, Grant? How you guys doing?
Good, brother. Tell me, Alan, where are you today, and what's your company?
I'm in Miami, Grant. My company's Matooth International. We're a used car shipper, freight forwarder, containers from the ports of LA and Miami out to countries in Central America and any port.
Dude, amazing. Your business is amazing. Very, very specific, clear targets. It's never going to go away. When you met us, it was what, 22?
Yeah, I met you at the end of 22 is when I found out about Grant and your world.
Yeah, and then what were you doing back in 22?
Our company did about 41 million at the end of 22.
Yeah, and then what are you doing now? What are you on target for this year?
Oh, we're targeted at 60 million for this year.
So let me ask you, congratulations. Why would you're grossing $40 million a year when you met me. Why were you still interested and curious? Why not just be satisfied with the money you were making?
Well, I was complacent. And when I got into your world, something similar to what all these people are doing right now, it was a free webinar. My mind was just blown away. Like, we were setting the bar too low. Like, we really were just complacent. We weren't doing everything that we're doing now after being in your program for about a year and a half now. Going on 2.
Yeah, and then on that money, what you were making, the 40 million, what was your margin on that?
We're about 5%.
No, so you're making 2 million. You're doing 40 million to make $2 million.
Yeah.
How you even live on that in Miami, man?
It's good, man. It's good. I mean, we're growing. The target keeps getting higher. We're 10xing everything, and I mean, our mentality just completely changed.
Yeah, beautiful, man. Appreciate you being here, and thank you for being successful.
Appreciate it, man.
Is Kellen? Can we bring Kellen in? Hey, Kellen, how you doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
Good, man. Where are you today?
I'm in Salt Lake, Utah.
Beautiful, man. Love that part of the world. How y'all going to vote this presidential election, you know?
Dude, I'm going Trump all the way.
Uh-oh. Trump guy. Hey, so when you hooked up with us a couple years ago, what were you doing when you started?
Yeah, so when we first started I went to the first boot camp at the end of 2022. We were only doing like 166, just starting off, just kind of getting going. 166,000.
Yeah, and then what are you on track for this year?
Yeah, so this year we're on year to date we're about 827,000. So we onboarded with you guys, and we did about $1 million that year. So we got a couple big deals now, so we're pushing.
So you're up
to
6
2.
times. You're up 6 times. But last year you did 930 for the whole year. You're almost what you did last year, right?
Correct. Yeah, we're almost there. We will be there next week. Actually, we have invoicing going out.
Yeah. So 6 months. You're 6 months into the year this year, and you did as much revenue as last year. Has your margin, your profit, improved or gone down?
No, it's improved. We've been able to bring on more salespeople, We've been able to, because we do virtual assistants. We're a virtual assistant company. So Go Hire Virtual, we find people in different countries and place them with companies for as little as $12 an hour.
Yeah.
So our margin's gone way high.
And this is a phenomenal industry to be in, folks. People have asked me before, hey, what industry should I be in? He's following the money, right? Hiring new people, it's always a problem for everybody. Cosmetics, a problem for everybody. Like, you know, you're going to look old. Nobody wants to. Physical health. AI is going to be a freaking enormous. Man, hey, Kellen, appreciate you being here today, taking your time. I know you can be doing a million other things. Hire virtual.
Yeah.
Yes, Go Hire Virtual. Yes, sir.
Dude, I need like 500 people right now. Okay, you should.
Well, let's go. We got them standby, ready. Spanish, English. You tell me, we'll find them for you.
Dude, we should go down and we should go to Portugal, man. I need a house in Portugal.
Like Algarve, the Algarve, or
yeah. Hey, thanks for being here, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Atlanta.
Is Alana? Can y'all bring Alana up? Her story's fascinating. Okay, Alana, how you doing?
I'm fabulous. How are you doing?
Good. You met us in what, about a year ago?
I met you 6 months ago, actually. So
Wow.
fairly new to the ecosystem.
And what were you doing? How much a month were you doing?
Last year, I did about $5,400 a month. I had a massive hit to my pipeline. About a $60,000 contract was pulled. This year, I'm already doing $9,500 a month. After attending the Business Interactive in June, I increased my revenue by $29,000 in 6 weeks.
That's amazing. What has been your big takeaway?
Biggest takeaway from the interactive for me was duplicity. So I'm sure, like many people on the call, I started my career as an employee, not an entrepreneur. So often caught in the cycle of working for the business instead of on it. But now that I have a framework to actually duplicate my role and scale, I'm starting to experience that freedom, take on a leadership role, and of course, 10x my efforts.
Dude, that is amazing. Thank you so much for being here today and being a testimony to possibility.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure.
How about Russ Yeager? Is Russ around? Big man Russ, what's up, buddy?
What's up, G? How you doing, bro?
Good,
Ask
man.
him where he's at right now.
Where are you today?
I'm in Turks and Caicos.
Oh, man. You know, my daughter asked me, my daughter Scarlett told me on this trip we were on, we were having this little meeting about what's the most disappointing thing you experience you've had being a Cardone. And Scarlett's like, well, Papa, you remember when we went to Turks and Caicos? I said, yeah. She's like, I asked you if you had enough money to buy Turks and Caicos, and you said no. And she's like, I was so disappointed in you.
Targets, baby.
Yeah. Hey, when we
you guys
met,
have helped me make enough money and freedom to be able to do this. I'm taking my wife on a cruise to Greece later this month.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Russ, when we met, how much were you making? What were you doing a year?
We were stuck at $1 million in revenue and like 10%, 10% profit for like 10 years.
And
so now we're going to do about $2.5 million this year. You guys helped us, adjust our business model. Our profit's going to be about 35%. So we more than tripled our profit.
And what was your profit when you were at $1 million?
Like 150 grand.
Yeah.
150 grand.
But Russ, you were already successful when we met. Why not just be satisfied?
Because I was satisfied, kind of like gentleman said a few minutes ago, and I went to one of the growth cons, and I heard you say if you can help more people, and you're being selfish, and that really hit me because I'm in the body health transformation business, which people need, and so it inspired me to create Body Transformation University, start working with people all over the world. And dude, like my targets keep getting bigger and bigger, and they're still way too small.
And then Russ, congratulations on being successful. But the other thing that I've seen you do is when I started introducing you to other passive, multiple flows of income, and how you could just invest and buy it rather than work for it. You're one of our, you've invested successfully with us. What is your passive income now? Not your business income, but just your passive monthly.
Yeah, my monthly passive income is moving towards $10,000 a month. So my goal is to pass that this year and keep it going up. That's the game that you taught me is have the passive chase the active.
He's making as much money in passive income now as he was before when his business was making.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it that
Dude,
way.
that's amazing, Russ. Hey, Russ, thank you, man. Thanks for making time for us today. And tell your wife hello and enjoy Turks and Caicos.
Will do. Appreciate you guys.
You got it. Got it. And do we have Anwar? Is there Anwar in here? Because he's in a completely different business, in the beauty supply business, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anwar, how you doing, buddy?
Excellent, excellent. How are you?
Good, man. First of all, Anwar, how did you find me in the first place?
YouTube, searching, trying to find some answers. Me and my brothers own a beauty supply chain in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and all over the Southeast. And we were searching because we were stuck in our business, and we were working 24/7, didn't go anywhere. It doesn't matter who was getting married or who died. We were at the store every day.
And then you what has it been, 3 years now that you got involved with us?
Correct, 3 years.
What were you doing then? What were you doing? Because you guys were really successful.
Absolutely, yeah. We were already clocking around $10 million in revenues every year, but that wasn't even the biggest problem. We were just stuck in the store. After I started investing into the programs and investing into myself, really, 2022 it's funny because everybody here, that's the year everybody went all in. But for me personally, I call it the all-in year, where I went massive investment in myself, my personal development, my professional development, and I just wanted to be better. I wanted to be the best in my space. And so far, that year we ended at 12.5 million in 2022, and this year we're on target to hit 17.5 million.
17.5 million. You're up almost 70%. And I remember hearing you say that you guys were working in the business so much, you literally couldn't go to a wedding or a funeral. Is that a true story?
No, it's my sister's wedding. We had to miss it because of the business itself. No one would operate it besides us. But thank God, we're at a completely different level, completely different mindset. And that's not even the best part, Grant. I've been able to learn about connected businesses. I built a beauty brand, which we started inserting all the beauty products inside of our stores, which we already had.
Yeah.
And now we're in an advisory space. We're planning on partnering with others to launch beauty stores all over the country. So things have been phenomenal, man.
Man, that's awesome, bro. Appreciate you being here. Congratulations. Tell the family hello for you. So a couple things that was mentioned by Russ and Anwar, right? One is, hey guys, one of your goals should be to get your passive income greater than your earned income. This is never really going to happen. I'm just telling you, it's a goal. It's probably not going to happen, at least while you're actively working. It's a little bit of a trick formula. You look at it, you're like, oh, that's cool. But really what's going to happen is you got to invest you invest your earned income, okay, to earn a little bit of passive income. It's a wheel that forces you to always almost be broke, okay? So you earn income, you invest, you redirect rather than spending it, you redirect it to here. You then broke for a second, and it comes over here and it pays you passive income. So it pays you a little bit. Let's say you invested $100,000 right here, and then it pays you, let's say, $1,000. You're like, well, I gave up my $100,000 to get $1,000, but you're getting it every month. And then you do this again, you're broke. You end up broke right here. You're broke again, and you go earn some more income. Boom, you dump it right here again, and now that's $2,000 a month. The goal basically is to have earned income equal passive income to equal earned income. The other thing is he talked about symbiotic or connected businesses. Like if you look at my businesses, there's 4, 7, 9, 11. On this 14, 17. There's 17 connected. There's probably another 7 or 8 that aren't on this screen. And they're all connected. There is no non-connectivity, okay? It's like, okay, my ankle's connected to my shin bone's connected to my knee. But I don't know what that song is, but I used to remember that. All the businesses should be connected.
The tibia is connected to the fibia.
No, leave it alone, bro. The tibia is the tibia, bro. So, but these are some of the things you guys are going to learn in the money and finance. We're going to go to chat, to Q&A. Money and finance course, guys. It's a 3-hour course on money and finance delivered by me. We deliver it to your tablet, your computer, your phone. You own it for life. There's a $2,999 program. We're going to give it to you for free. I'm also going to make you part of a networking group. You guys are going to be connected on a platform that will disclose to you once you join. There's a private private networking group. You get to meet as often as you want, connect. Like a lot of you guys were saying, what's Anwar's business? What's Russ's business? How do I connect with these people? They're going to be involved in the networking group. Also, if you want to take advantage of this will expire today in 17 minutes, okay? Schedule your strategy call with my team. They're not going to be here all weekend to do it. They will answer your call today. If they can't get to you today because of too much interest, then we'll handle it on Monday, okay? Strategy call, one-on-one. Identify what you're having troubles with, what you want to focus on, because in 3 weeks, in 3 weeks. Is it 3 weeks? No, not even 3 weeks. What's the date? 24th?
Yeah.
Is that 21 days from
Yeah,
now?
so it's 3 weeks, yeah.
In 21 days, I'm going to do a 2-day event where we're going to take what I shared with you today and we're going to break all this down and slow it way down. So we're going to start really looking at marketing. How could you actually do more marketing, okay? How do you pick the right vehicle, the right business? How do you figure out how to scale to a certain number? What is the numbers too big? What's too small? What's real? What's not real? And then really lay this out so we're not, you guys aren't drinking through a fire hose. The other thing I want to give you guys is a 7-figure coaching calls. We'll do 3 of these. What day is this?
This happens on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. It's a program that we put together specifically for businesses to get to their first million or to add $1 million as fast as possible.
So you'll join in that. That's a Q&A call, basically. This is where we start answering questions for about an hour to an hour and a half. On Tuesday, this is free to you. We're going to drop you in this group of people, give you access. Also, I'm going to give you the $297 credit. You got 15 minutes to take advantage of the credit and the strategy call, okay? So otherwise, we're going to pull those things out of the opportunity. I'm going to give you a credit at my store today of $297. So when you put $297 on your credit card to join and take advantage of the opportunity, you get a tax credit. I'm going to send you back $297 for you to use in my store. You are not taxed on that. Just to be clear with everybody, that's a non-taxable event. I'm going to give you that at the store, and you can use it against any product that I have or offer. Products, apparel, anything you want to do. A growth conference ticket, a real estate summit, a wealth conference. We're about to do a wealth conference in September. We've never done one before. We're bringing in Gary Cohn, Bill Pulte, Bob Duggan. Bob Duggan's worth $12 billion now. Okay. Pulte's probably worth $600 million.
Thomas Lee. Thomas
Lee's going to be there. This is all about wealth, LLCs, corporations, IPOs, when to raise private equity, when to go for public
life
IPOs.
Insurance, tax strategies, entities and trusts.
So you
basically
can use
how to set up wealth preservation and protection.
Anything you want to use the $297 for, you can. And then I said, if that wasn't good enough, if that didn't make the opportunity ridiculous enough for you, I said, if for any reason you guys aren't happy with the information you get, I will give you 100% of your money back. Okay? At that point, you do not have a tax advantage.
Yeah. Well,
okay?
and if you use the credit, then.
Yeah. If you use the credit, you're going to give me back the credit, though, if I give you back the money. So anyway, you should take advantage of that. If you're committed, if you don't want to go it alone, if you're humble enough, smart enough, and if you're hungry enough, okay, then take advantage of this opportunity. GrantCardone.com/go. GrantCardone.com/go. It's Grant Cardone, my name.com/go. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, in 13 minutes, the offer goes away, and in 43 minutes, you won't even be able to find that website. Jared, you want to say something?
I just want to say one thing for everybody that took advantage of the opportunity today, and anybody that does this now until we take it down. We're also going to send you the recording of the webinar today. So you guys will get access to the recording so you can go back through it and watch it over and over again. And we'll send you out the slides that go along with it.
And I said this at the 90-minute mark when we started today. For you guys that hung in there with me, I was going to give you an IQ test for doing the review. You'll get that. And I'm going to send everybody that took advantage of this, everybody, not just the first 90 minutes that took advantage of it. I'm going to send you a 10X hat, 10X water bottle, the 10X rule book. If you haven't read that book, read that book. That book is sick. And I'm going to give you the 10X quote book as thank you for being here today and sharing your time with me. I really appreciate everybody, trusting me enough to be here today. 93,000 people showed interest in this event, registered, and for all of you that came here today and hung out with me today. I'm going to answer a few questions before we close out. I don't know that we can answer every question today. That's why I want you guys to join the networking group and do the strategy call with us, because the strategy call specifically is going to really help
one-to-one for you specifically.
One-on-one answer some of your questions. Let's go to the first.
Rico Moore, you're up.
Rico, how you doing?
You there?
Yes, I'm here. Hey, Grant, how you doing?
Good, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Actually, I got in on actually before I did this call. I got in on one of your, I want to say the 10X bundle.
Okay.
The 10X bundle. I purchased it, and I also purchased the secret to being a multi-billionaire. I got in on that beforehand. So
what's your question?
So my thing is, you said the key thing is the target.
Yeah.
Always the target. My target is to do fitness, spiritual fitness.
Yeah,
And
no,
my
that's not the target though. The idea is to do spiritual fitness.
Yeah, the target is to go to the general. It's not really a monetary thing of how much per month. My thing is, I'm on the idea of what you said, generational wealth. So I want to be able to do this and leave it for somebody else to take over.
Okay. Well, how can
Once
you
I'm
do
done-
that? How can you do that if you're not going to charge for it?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So we need a financial target today. Okay. The fact that you don't want to say it's about money is just whatever that problem is that you got to undo that, dude. Every company makes money. Every successful company makes money, or it's not successful. And it never. So we got to drop out this idea. It's not about money. It is about money, because.
I think sometimes people say that because they don't want to be let down if they can't make money.
No, I think they're like, no. What are you talking about, bro? You need money. If you have a location, you're gonna have to lease it. If you run advertising, they're gonna charge you advertising. What's an ad cost on Facebook right now?
10 to $25 a lead.
You're gonna spend $25 per lead, and it's gonna take you probably 100 leads times $25, $2,500 just to get one lead to buy a $40 product. So you're going to be negative. It's going to cost you $2,600 to produce $25. So we got to get you making money, bro.
Yes.
Kamala Harris raised $310 million in 72 hours.
Yeah, I seen that.
Some of my MAGA buddies are freaking out. I'm like, bro, you should be inspired, bro. God damn. Just goes to show you.
I need in order to do it. That's more like it.
Money will go any place, bro. You don't even need to have an idea. You got to have a platform. You got to have a commitment.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we're going to help you with all that. Take advantage of grantcardone.com/go. We're going to help you. And there's not, for those of you who have bought other stuff from me, maybe you bought a 7-figure
accelerator.
This is not the same thing. You guys have bought a real estate course, not the same thing. You guys have bought the marketing course, not the same thing. Join us for this. This is a no-brainer. Don't even think twice about it. Just grab it, go to grantcardone.com/go and take advantage of it. Yes, sir.
Adnan.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, what's going on, man? What's your question?
What's up with you?
So I'm 18 and I have a goal, or I have a target to be in this year. Like I want to make it in this year. I want to be an investor in your capital.
Cardone
Capital. I want to make. I want to have passive income.
Good. How much passive income you want?
What?
How much passive income you want?
Like 5,000.
But 5,000. So you want 60 grand a year. Okay, 5,000 times 12 divided by 0.07. Okay, so you need about $857,000 invested at Cardone Capital to get that return. So really your target is $857,000.
800.
Okay, now what we're going to do is take these targets and break them down. Okay, so you either need 857,000 people to give you $1. Do you know 857,000 people?
Like, do you want me to tell you my idea?
No, not really. You already gave me your
Okay.
target. You gave me your target.
So-
I don't really care about the idea. The target
yeah,
is
I'm
you
starting,
want.
like I have social media and I'm trying to.
Yeah, I don't even care. I don't care what it is. Like, let's find out. This is the perfect situation, by the way, right now. I can literally answer his question and answer everybody's question in this group. You guys should not have an idea except have a target. Have the target and then do whatever it takes. If I'm going fishing, bro, I ain't got ideas. I got a target. I want to catch some fish. Then I tell the captain, where's the fish? Okay, and he's like, oh, well, the big fish are 6 miles out. Okay, good. And then he's like, how committed are you to big fish? I'm real committed, bro. All right, bro. Well, look, we need a big boat to go get big fish. I'm like, okay. And he's like, oh, the boat's going to be $10,000. Shit, I don't know if I'm that committed. See, and then you guys are like, nah, I ain't gonna go fishing. I'm gonna go to Instagram. And that's why you guys don't catch big fish, because you were never really committed to the big fish. It was just a fucking hobby idea on a Saturday because I didn't have anything else to do. Now, if it was a trophy tournament and somebody said, oh, bro, you're gonna be the big fisherman, biggest fisherman trophy. You're gonna win $1 million, $1 million for catching a big fish. I'm like, 10 grand's nothing for the boat, bro. See, this is why people go to the poker tournament. $10,000 a buy-in, but you can walk away with $10 million. That's why all those guys show up there, because the payoff's big enough. See, what you want to do is tell me about your social media idea, about how you're going to be a Facebook guy or Instagram guy or TikTok guy or get an influencer. I don't give a shit. And you shouldn't either. You should find out where the fish are, find out what it takes to get to the fish, and be sure the payoff. This is for everybody here. You guys are doing extensions, cosmetology, Botox injections. You're doing knees, backs, cracks, rubs. Whatever you're doing, bro, you guys need to do the math to discover the path. I'm telling you, I just gave you the whole program right there. If you guys could just drop 90% of success for you guys to do what you want to do is not going to be what you learn. It's going to be what you unlearn. Okay?
Let's go to Kelly Carmichael.
What up, KC?
Oh, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
All right. Grant, I'm looking, we started out 22,000 2 years ago. Last year we broke the 100,000 and we're at 110 right now. Trying to scale my auto glass business, me and one other guy in the shop. I want to go.
Let's go, bro.
But,
So this is a perfect person, right? He's already having success and he's still looking. Like you guys out there that have been looking, you read a book, you bought a book, you went to a workshop, you went to one of my things, whatever, and you hadn't got it yet, you don't quit now. You don't quit on the upgrade. You need somebody to push you to go to the next thing. Now he's already like, hey dude, I did 22, now I'm doing 100. Last year, I'm doing 110 this year already. He's probably gonna finish the year at 220. Now he starts getting hungry. He's like, shit, if I can do 220, I can do 1 million. But you guys cannot do 1 million without help. You gotta have help to keep pushing you, because you're gonna get hit with gravity, you're gonna get hit with challenges, you're gonna get hit with problems, you're gonna get hit with the disappointments, rejection, family. You're gonna get hit with family, bro, that doesn't want you to grow. Man, I remember you when you were KC, man. Now you acting like all that.
Mr.
You're gonna get in
Carmichael.
better shape. We're gonna get rid of that bullshit shirt you're in right now. Okay? I'm going to get you looking fresh. You're going to drop 40 pounds, bro, and your family's going to be like, what happened to KC? I like you. The old KC. I need that old Kanye.
Not the new Kanye.
Okay? So keep growing, bro. Well done, man. Okay? Just stick and stay. It's guaranteed to pay.
And I'll just say something for the benefit of everybody, too. Like, Kelly's saying, man, I want to grow. And what that means is I do want to grow, but like, what do I do next? And all you guys have to do is come back to that wheel we showed you. The first thing is, what's the target? Second thing is, got to get more attention. Attention drives leads. Leads need to be managed. You have to convert leads with sales. You have to start building your team. And then you have to start scaling your company.
And then once you scale, Kelly, once we get you to $1 million or $2 million, you're going to then go to our 10X 360. That's $40,000. Right now, you would spend 40% of your revenue would be spent on one program. You can't do that right now. So we got to scale you to you got some revenue coming in to where you're like, okay, now I need to start investing. You guys are all going to invest millions and millions of dollars with lawyers, accountants, IPOs, Wall Street. Like if you're going to get really big, you're going to spend a lot of money on a lot of stuff that probably doesn't go anyplace.
Yeah, like you're going to buy equipment for your business, right? You got to buy supplies for your business, right?
Yeah.
Because your business won't operate without supplies. Like it would be silly to think that you could develop skills that you don't have on your own.
I got UBS rents an entire floor for me at the building next door to me. We own that building. I'll bet you they have 18,000 square feet there. They're paying $900,000 a year. And I'll bet you there's only 6 people in that room, in that office. The big boys spend money, man. You got to spend money. And somebody said it earlier today. You got to spend money to make money. Really, you don't have to spend money to make money, but you do need to have a commitment to make big money. You also need a commitment to make little money. This is what nobody ever tells you. Guys, it takes as much commitment to make little money as it does big money. The difference in the commitment, though, is you've got to unlearn stuff. So part of what Kelly's going to have to do is he's going to have to unlearn some things that got him to his 110 grand. So Kelly, next time me and you see each other, bro, we're going to get you, I guarantee you, first of all, I'm going to get you to 110 grand a month. Okay? And I'm going to get you 40 pounds lighter. Okay.
All right, Brianna.
Okay.
One more.
Yeah. Okay. Brianna, how you doing?
How you doing, guys?
I promised everybody this was going to be 90 minutes, and I lied to you guys. It's been 3 hours and 31 minutes now. It's not fair to the audience. I feel bad. I apologize, guys. Please, you guys go to church tomorrow. Please pray for me that God forgives me for my sins of over-delivering.
What's your question, Brianna?
So honestly, my target is I want to get to a point where I'm making 10 million in the next 5 years. Well, in 5 years. I'm 27 now, so I have plenty of time. But I really just want to get to a place where I'm making passive income. So my question is, when you got to a point where you were actually scaling your business and you were at a place where you were thinking to create a new one, at what point did you decide, okay, this business is at a point where I can jump to something else?
Yeah, well, I never jump to anything, right? So I don't jump to things. I add things that support the thing I'm already on. So all the businesses that I have are extensions. There is no business that I have today that requires me to move more than 3 inches. I literally all I do is shift this much or that much. I don't go from one thing to another thing. It doesn't mean I wouldn't in the future, but you guys, what you guys do is, I'm talking to everybody right now. Typically what people do to get a secondary flow is they get into a new business and add time. Not only is it a new business, it's another 8 hours. That's not what super successful people do. The most successful people do not go into another business. They invest in another business. Like Warren Buffett is probably the most successful passive investor on the planet. He has never started a company. He has never invested in a company that was a startup. He has never been early in a company. He has never bet on a company. It's never been a gamble, and it's never been an exit where the only way to make money was to sell the company. And so I very much use his investing thesis to run my own company so that regardless of where I am, I could literally be talking to one customer and have 6 offers that are completely 6 different businesses for him. Like I just did it with Kelly. Kelly needs to be on 10X Health System, right? To help him get control of his weight. Now, some of you can be like, man, I can't believe you're calling Kelly out. I called everybody out, folks. That's why I'm here today, okay? I'm not a teacher and an educator. I'm a call out your shit, your bullshit, and your small think. That's really the benefit of me. I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm not even your coach, okay? I'm your like, bro, you can do better. Everybody here can do better. Everybody here can have financial freedom. Everybody deserves to have financial freedom. Everybody here deserves and should be doing more. Right? For yourself, for your family, and for the people just to be a good example. And so if you guys want that, take me up on this. I'll be on the calls. Okay? The strategy call, I offered that. I got my whole team here on a Saturday to answer your strategy call. All you guys do is got to make the call. You just got to be, man, I've been praying for help. I want help. God, please help me. Good. We're offering you help right now. I'm doing it for literally 0. If you need it to be less than that, I'm not going to do it because you're the wrong person for me. Okay, I'm not talking to you, but I'm talking to everybody here. Okay, look, I appreciate everybody's time today. If you filled out the review, we're going to send you the sales IQ. If you took advantage of the opportunity today, we're going to send you out the book, the hat, the 10X quote. We're going to send you some swag out, our toolkit.
The replay, we'll send them a recording.
We're also going to give you the replay for those of you who took advantage of today. We're going to send you the replay
and the
so
slides.
You can go back because I know this was like my bad. 3 hours and 35 minutes of drinking strategy and technique, too much. You missed as much as you got, I'll promise you. When you go back and listen, you're going to get more the second time. I said I would give you a credit at our store of $297. I will. And I'll give you a 100% money back guarantee if you're not happy. The strategy called the networking group, the money and finance course, folks. If that course is not worth $3 million to you because you will listen to this, put your kids on this right now. If your kids are 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old, you guys should be listening to this just for the next 3 weeks. Let this be your go-to listen, okay, for the next 3 weeks. I promise you there's tens of millions of dollars of financial advice on that course. It's all me, all delivered by me, all very much like this, by the way. This is 3.5 hours of nothing but money, finance, investing, passive income, multiple flows of income, how to avoid the tax man, phenomenal data.
The money stuff we should have been taught.
Oh, all of it should have been taught, and I start confronting all the stuff that you haven't been taught. So I'm here to help you. My team's here to help you. I appreciate, thank you so much for being here today and joining us. If you find out or know people that didn't come or you want to post something online about this, something about Grant Cardone's 7-step revenue formula, whether you took advantage of the opportunity or not, post something on social. I'm extremely frequent on X, Instagram, and on Facebook. My tag is @Grant Cardone. Tag me. I'll repost it or give you a shout out or a comment. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for being interested in your success. Thank you for believing in yourself and your potential and your possibility. We're here to help you. God bless you. And thanks again for being here.
On the phone. Okay, let's get some new haters. Ain't no feelings in the zone. Okay, you talking premiere. VIP all about business. I never hope for the money. Me, I go out and I get it. See, me, I go out on a Tuesday. You know, every day Tuesday.